Hello, and welcome to Dicebreakers, a TTRPG podcast and art stream with mostly accurate rules and inconsistent character voices. I'm Alex, your host and chairman. With me, our own Putty Mike and Joe, my wonderful players. How is everybody doing today? It's ingrained.
If you want to do a take two, Alex, we'll let you load it down once.
No, these days it's just doing one and done. I will, however, start with a complaint. If I stumble over my words more and more, it's because I had to go to the dentist today. It turns out, effectively, I have a big old black horrible thing in the top of behind my front teeth, which is just either a burn or food lodged in there. Basically, completely unavoidable and extremely painful. So I'm in pain.
Wait, it's a burn. Well, first of all, I'm sorry that you're in pain. Secondly, it's a burn or it's food. Those are two.
So basically, the dentist is like,
things.
it's one of two common things. It could either be a burn or food, but like food lodged as in like jammed up in the gums, not like a little bit of food behind a tooth. Like, so basically, I might stumble over my words a bit more. It's very painful. I'm going to get that away now because I want to complain.
Are you sure you want to play?
Oh, I'm sure. I got to escape into the fantasy realm.
It's going to put him in a bad mood, and we're all going to die. This is the problem.
Well, yeah. The health of your characters is directly related to how much pain I'm in, and the ibuprofen will wear off as the time goes on. So, anyway, we're just waiting for music to run through. I didn't really let you guys say how you are. I went straight into my own complaining. Actually, that's my.
Yeah, that was incredibly rude. Honestly,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
How is everybody doing?
I don't fucking care. Now I'm shitty. Like, I was doing pretty good, but now that
That's
you,
fair.
yeah,
Are you all
this is all
grumpy
your
now?
fault.
Are you
Yeah,
all
That's
grumpy?
fair.
I can,
Yes.
I think that's fair enough.
I'm gonna play the recap.
Okay, we'll do a recap. Everybody, listen up. Mute yourselves. Listen in, down.
Yeah, better mute myself.
Where have you been?
That's no way to greet me.
I created you. I can greet you however I please.
Tut tut. You know, a little kindness goes a long way.
Answer my question.
Okay. I've been watching somebody.
Who?
A girl. Maisie. She interests me.
Doing what?
Well, currently she's in some kind of imaginary forest. I think it was made by her university. She and her friends have been trying to find their way out. Some kind of challenge, I think. Seems very boring, especially since all they have to do is...
I don't care for this nonsense.
Once again, Tyradum, you show the charm of a rotten apple.
I apologize. Please continue.
Thank you. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yes, they're in a forest being chased by a weird creature of some kind. I decided to pop in when I saw a burst of magic, you know, to add a little flair to my entrance. It's fun to watch, though. They're at each other's throats, and I didn't even have to do anything. I guess it helps that one of them is...
So why are you interested again?
Again with the interrupting. I'm interested because Maisie is interesting. Kind of like a pet.
Okay.
And she has a friend, Carly, who keeps believing all this new god mumbo-jumbo. I know. But what are you going to do?
I grow bored of this conversation.
What's new?
Leave me now.
Okay. A very helpful intro indeed. I thought you'd like that one.
Very nearly helpful a couple of times. Taryn, was it Taryn?
Iris.
No, there's not.
Tyrus. Right.
Tyrus did say the name of who she was talking to.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Tyrannus,
Well,
right? I'm assuming it's Tyrannus rather than Tyrannid, because if it's Tyrannid, Games Workshop's going to be in your house.
Tyradum.
I
It was
thought it
Tyradum.
was
Tyradum.
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 Is this a Sith situation? Is this Darth Vader and Darth Sidious?
Well,
I mean, you can believe what you want to believe.
Tyradum created, and old gods, not happy with new gods, so old gods are creating that kind of thing. Tyradum created Taris. What's her name? Not Taris.
Tyrus. He's Tyradum created Taris. That's getting meta. That's an extra level of meta.
My nose is bleeding.
Yeah, I thought you'd enjoy me being so close to being helpful. So,
What do we have to do?
as it currently stands, we see a situation in the center of a clearing where Maisie has just stood up from being stabbed multiple times after the girls were trying to save each other again and again. And I believe everybody is invisible to Maisie, but not to each other. And the statue which you were poking has been destroyed.
So no more wild magic.
Alex was like, "Oh, I didn't put in any reason for them to stop. I got to get rid of this thing."
No, to be honest, I did have a stopping clause. You just didn't get to it, and it was fun to smash it anyway. So,
all right, well,
You've always been
Next
like that.
time.
plus, you know me, I have a weak spot for wild magic.
And for smashing these.
Well,
how do we get out of here?
So hang on. So just to remind myself of the actual situation. The creature was just here, and it's just run off. Then it came running back in again.
It was a similar thing to last time. So I think what we had talked about was Maisie needs to lie down and pretend that they're not moving, and then it's going to come in and like charge, because it will do the same thing I think that it did with Jay. And then that's our chance to like spring the trap.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
hey,
'cause
hey,
it
Or
was,
if you prefer,
mhm.
if you prefer to winter the trap, it's up to you.
Alex, do you recall how much damage I took at the end of last session? Because apparently I didn't write that down.
You went down. It's more about how much you got back, which I believe a greater healing potion was used.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
that
that's
would
right.
be why I'm at
Because-
16 then.
You were down.
That's,
and
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Okay.
You were down, and that thing came charging back in, and Cal jumped across Maisie to try and protect her, and then something happened. You got thrown. You got.
No, he got thrown aside when trying to save Jay, and Jay got taken. This time, it hasn't
Oh, right.
run back. It attacked. You had a fight. It ran away. Maisie had gone down, and you brought Maisie back.
Good.
And just some notes that everyone should know. Neva, you have Maisie's crossbow, and then the invisible
we
thing.
would've got
And
that
also, Rowan does remember, but Maisie has a +2 to the next save against magic.
I'm not going to be bait. I'm just going to start with that. I'm not going to be bait.
I think that's
I'm
fair
not
enough.
happy with being bait either.
I mean, to be honest, it's if it comes back, we've got no chance of stopping it anyway. We've used everything we've got, and it just sort of ran away, and then came back and attacked again.
So we're not on the let's fight it plan anymore.
I don't think so. I think avoiding it while we try and work out how to get out of here is my. I mean, there's obviously some pattern
Okay.
or some goal in this forest. It's got to be, because it's a challenge, you know.
Sure.
Right.
I just want to point out that was what I suggested right at the very start, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We're just now down Jay, and all your healing stuff is
We've tried fighting
gone.
it.
And
We've tried fighting it, and it didn't work. So we try something else.
I don't think we're going to
Okay.
be able to avoid it, though. It's faster than all of us.
I agree with that, but I don't think we can do much about that, because, as you say, it's faster anyway. You can't stop it. So we just keep moving, see if we can find a clue as to where we're supposed to be going. I mean, we are finding different things. There's obviously things to find in the forest, because we found those potions, we found various clearings, various bits and pieces. Nothing
Okay,
yet
well,
making any sense, but maybe
Since
it
I
will.
can't see any of you still, should I lead the way to wherever we're going?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go that way.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
I didn't think twice about it. Just started going in a direction.
Sure, you start walking
Evil
off into the
follow.
forest.
Can we see the eyes in the distance again?
A silhouette in the distance, yes. Waiting
Okay.
as it has been, sort of just doesn't wave back. It's sort of just, as before, staying the same kind of distance, all the same kinds of things. You walk for a little bit, and eventually you come across.
Clearly.
It's not a clearing. But within the trees, there are 4 floating, colourful balls of light in the air. Red, blue, green, and yellow. And as you sort of move towards them, they gently float away. Not like quickly darting away from you, but it's kind of like, butterflies or something. They kind of just like stay a distance. Don't really come too close. They're not too high up. You could probably touch up and reach them sometimes. It would sort of vary between about 6 foot and 15 foot from the ground.
Are they within reach?
Floating. Again, as you get closer, they sort of go away.
I will send up my red, pink, yellow, and cyan jellyfish to go and just float around with them.
Yeah, they don't interact with them. They're not moving away from them. They also aren't like doing anything to them. They kind of just sort of, your jellyfish sort of float around. The balls kind of just exist in the space.
So do we?
Okay, they're friendly.
Well, they're not attacking, which is, good so far. But are they, are they trying to entice us to a trap, or are they showing us the way to go?
I'm not really doing anything at the moment.
I suppose we could follow.
Oh, hang on, Maisie, we stopped. Did you? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
just so you know. We stopped.
Were you rolling to see if you kept walking?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Maisie's like 10, 15 feet.
Need to follow Maisie.
Maisie, we're over here. We stopped.
I can't see you. Like, I can only kind of hear where you are.
Hang on, step where you are for a second. So I should walk up to behind Maisie and put my hand on Maisie's shoulder. Can you feel my
Okay,
hand?
hi. Mm-hmm,
Right,
that's
so
you
if I-
touching me, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay,
so
cool.
if I keep my hand on your shoulder, then you know where we are. Now we're talking about those glowing ball things, whether we should follow or not.
They don't really seem to be going any kind of direction. They're just kind of,
There.
yeah.
I could try knocking one down, see what happens, but I'm not sure I would have attacked something.
Let's not attack something that's not attacking us.
It's very unlike you, Cal, to just suggest
Well, I'm looking at this.
random violence.
I look at this as a challenge, right? And we need to find a clue as to which way to go. I think the forest is giving us clues, but we aren't reading them properly. So that means something. It's not just, well, it might be just random, of course, I don't know, but if it's not random, what can you do with them? Follow them, ignore them, catch them?
They seem to be about as helpful as everything else in this forest, which is not at all.
Well, they're not actually attacking us yet, which is, better than some.
Do we think that it's the colours that might mean something then? If you think this is a clue,
Could be, I suppose. That's true.
What were the colours again?
Red, blue, green, yellow.
Well, we're trying to find the green orb. Why don't we try and catch the green one?
Yeah, how?
Does anyone have a net?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think I do.
As you're discussing this, you hear the fateful rustling once again and see up in the trees above
Canopy?
is not canopy is a good term. Is not one, but two creatures. Smaller, about half the size each of what you have been encountering before, but a very similar visage. But there's two of them, sort of opposite sides of each other from what you could call a circle around you. You're not in a clearing.
Okay.
I say one currently staring at Maisie, one currently staring at Carly.
It's gross. What a horrible way to drown.
What?
In a can of pee.
So, either Jay's turned into one of them, or our friends, cut in half or whatever. Or they're different entirely.
Well, she did kind of turn into a monster just before she was taken, and we never really got confirmation that was like a thing she was doing on purpose.
But that was a cat, wasn't it?
It was a jackal, the thing that she's
Yeah,
transformed into before, except this one was bigger, more like Velka.
and it certainly wasn't one of those things anyway.
We're more monstery.
It's like a were-jackal or a jackal were.
Hello, is either of you Jay? If you are,
And if you're
wait.
not, take us to her.
They don't seem to react.
Okay.
Stay silent if Jay is a princess from Cougaram.
We are
I knew it.
friends. Fred, we don't want to attack you, and we don't want you to attack us. Okay?
They don't seem to react.
I don't think I'm getting through.
There is a third, more horrible alternative, Cal, to what you suggested.
Yeah.
So it's the creature and Jay. It's the creature split in two, or these are the offspring of said creature, and it's still around somewhere as well.
That's also possible.
I think that final one, even though that is the most scariest option, is probably the correct one.
What? Sorry, I stopped listening.
That's fine. It's just that she was saying that she thinks that I'm right. So you might have zoned out. 'cause it
No,
wasn't about
I
you.
don't think that's what Neva was saying. Neva would never say that.
I was going to say roll a deception, but there's like a 0 chance that me to believe no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, again, I don't think there's much we can do about it for the moment, apart from keep a sharp eye on them.
My eyes around.
They're probably going to attack us in like 5
Well,
seconds.
maybe they had
I'm
to
just
protect
gonna-
those. Maybe they're protecting those ball things. Maybe if you leave them alone, they'll leave us alone.
I mean, they did turn up as soon as we said about catching the green one.
Yeah.
So
How
Yeah,
about what are the colours again?
green, yellow,
It's
red?
the Microsoft logo colors.
Okay. How about we try and catch the yellow one? See what happens then.
I don't know
Why
how,
would we-
how we got to catch them
Okay.
at all.
yeah, why the yellow one?
It was a random pick of the colours. You said maybe they appeared because we were saying about catching the green one. So if we say...
Oh, so you think they'll attack if we go for the green one, but they won't attack if we go for the yellow one?
Well, so an else might happen if we go for the yellow one instead.
Can I insight check them to see if I can determine what's driving them right now?
What's them in this situation? The lights?
The creatures.
The creatures. You can roll an insight. See if you can determine anything from them.
22.
22. I mean, in terms of humanoid emotion, they aren't showing much. They just have this big mouth that's open, agape, like attached to their chest, as I said before. It's a very blank stare in their face. Yeah, they look around, mostly following noise. They seem to focus in individually on like the two of you more, but generally following the noise. You can't determine like anything behind the eyes. Very blank stare. Not much intelligence at all, you would say.
I'm going to examine these as far as I can, these 4 ball light things. Is there any pattern to the movement or anything like that?
Perception.
Perception. Perception. Oop. 12.
It seems that their movement is completely at random, other than moving away from you. But there is no determining factor. They're not going into trees. Like, they're not impacting or going through anything solid. But
Do
they're
they
kinda
look like
staying
they
away.
could be leading us a path?
Could be.
Not really.
Well, look, do we either follow them or we carry on the way we were going?
Carrying on.
Let's do that then.
As you continue on, you are followed by these 2 creatures, focusing mostly on Maisie and Carly. Every now and again, maybe one of them switches focus to Neva, but it's mostly focused on the 2. Eventually, as you have been eternally and continuously, you come across something else. A nice, big clearing, in which there is a small log cabin. Doesn't look huge, maybe 10 by 20 feet. Very sweet. Not like dilapidated or anything, very nicely made. Made of different woods, you'd say, to the gigantic sort of big trees. The logs are smaller. But it's got an entrance, some windows that you can see inside, and it's just a
The
log cabin.
logs. Are the logs round, or are they like square?
Can I prepare myself to dodge, since every time we go into a clearing and we see these guys, they attack me? Attack me?
Like, I mean,
Yes. That doesn't really... As in the dodge action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
okay,
like
fine.
a held action to dodge if
Yeah,
they
that's
come
fine.
at me.
That's fine.
If it helps, I can't be surprised.
I don't think that'll help me not get hit.
What?
But that might help me not get missed.
What is that from? You mentioned it last week, and it kind of didn't register with me that
It's
I didn't know you could do that.
from Alert. The feet.
Oh, you took alert as. Okay, I see.
Which is how come I'm also pretty good at my initiative.
That's a good one.
So
It's just because it hadn't occurred to me that because I'd forgotten about these little feats we got. I was like, I don't remember Cal paying like $1 million gold for a weapon of warning.
It's the equivalent.
Oh, cheaper. I'm gonna look. Is there a door to this little?
Yes.
It's closed.
It is closed.
I should go over and I shall knock the door. Hello, anybody there?
Nothing happens, but it is a solid door. You do not go straight through it.
We're in an imaginary forest, Cal. I don't think anybody's going to answer.
Well, you never know. It's only polite, isn't it?
Could be where the monster lives. It might have opened the door wearing like a little pinafore and made cookies out of J.
You see, right up to the end. That was quite nice. So I'm going to try the door handle.
Where does your brain get these ideas from?
Try the door handle. It turns.
That's what door handles do. That's good. Does the door open when the door handle has been turned and I push or pull?
It does indeed.
That's good. Without stepping inside, I will look inside.
Yeah. Looking inside, it's very simple. There's like a fireplace, slowly sort of not simmering. What's the other word? Like embers in the
Smouldering?
fireplace. Smoldering, that's the word.
Smouldering.
As though it was a fire, still warm, but no active flames. A few chairs, like sofas around that, and a very simple sort of bed in a corner with a little bit of like a setup space. Not a lot in here.
Any
Little
sign that-
kitchenette.
Any sign that somebody has been in here apart from the fire?
Nothing looks disturbed, no.
What size is the bed?
A normal humanoid. The average humanoid.
As in a medium humanoid? Because I would take
Yeah,
offense
the
at
medium.
normal.
The average humanoid. That's why I switched to average.
I shall step inside.
Yep.
Okay. Then I shall check for traps.
What do you everything?
I don't know. That's everything.
The whole place?
What am I to do? I'm going to investigate the place, but I'm going to be just ready for someone to start stab me in the face.
Sure, give an investigation.
17.
17, as far as you can determine, it is entirely normal. Weirdly normal. Just wood and stone. The sofas are probably like hay or something inside, quite nice and soft, maybe some down. But it all seems
How you doing
fairly
in there?
average.
So far, it's
You
just
doing okay?
yeah, it's just an ordinary little shack. I'm going to sit down.
You sit in front of the fire. It's nice and warm. Not that it's been cold particularly, but it's nice and warm. You feel extremely relaxed.
Yeah, it's nice in here.
Do we want to take a rest here? I'm not even sure how long we've been here because
You do
there's no
remember
change
what
in the
happened
sky.
last time one of us sat in front of the fire, right?
What fire?
No, we sit in front of fires like
No, I
On
mean
a
on one of these
semi-regular
things.
basis.
I
do
sat in front
remember.
of the fire, got stuck, had to wait for somebody else to sit down, then I ended up spilling.
Ended up what? You never did. Actually, never did tell us what did happen.
Not a lot, but
I think the last time we sat down in one of these actually was after that one, and we all felt better. So I'm
That's what I
gonna
was hoping. Yes.
back up into the cabin
Mhm.
and chill out. Close the
Sure.
door behind me.
Leaving the other two outside.
Thanks for that.
I assume they would go in first.
Is everybody going
Well-
inside?
yes. But
I will go inside.
Are we still invisible to Maisie?
Yes.
When you
Well,
come in,
yeah, I
Maisie.
guess I would probably just go ahead because I don't fucking know.
Hey, Maisie, I'm over here.
Okay, congratulations. I'm over
Yes.
here.
I'm just telling you so you don't sit on me, okay?
You all step inside. And the moment the door shuts after the last person has come inside, you see these two creatures sort of land on the ground and start peering in through these windows. Just like circling, but not getting any closer, not like attempting to get in or anything. Every now and again, like peering up to the windows, their big webbed hands sort of going around. There's no glass in the frame, just like around the frame, but never entering. It seems as though they could physically, it's the right size that they could physically enter, but they do not.
Wait, it's got a window frame, but nothing in the frame, so it's just a hole in the wall.
Yeah, like a really rustic log cabin where there's no glass.
Okay. So if I stand sort of near the window, but ready to jump back if they try and put their arm through.
Sure, you can get extremely close. They just end up like staring at you, and you can get some really good detail on these things. It's disgusting skin, almost like when you get closer, a little bit scaly but flaky, kind of like if a snake or a lizard had just shed, but then a little bit wet as well. You can see right down its throat, this giant gullet, ribbed the whole way down. This horrid tongue inside that sort of like wiggles every now and again, and these tiny beady eyes just staring directly at you. But you can get almost like nose to nose if you wanted to. It doesn't react.
I'll say, yeah. No. Can you understand me? I'll try all the various languages I know. How many languages do I know? Oh, lots.
You know, like 9 of them.
4,
Don't you?
6, 8, 11, I think. Yeah, 11 languages. If you're too common.
Try every single one. There's no reaction, no change in action or reaction.
Hopefully everyone's impressed by the fact I'm saying hello in 11 different languages.
I'm just going to sit down and start a short rest.
I'm going to sit down and start a long rest.
I'm going to sit on the floor, not on a chair.
As you all, I'm assuming, sit down to have a rest, it is almost instantaneous that you get your long rest.
Excellent.
You feel refreshed, you feel lively, sprightly, and just feel good, feel warm.
Let's just stay here forever.
You know, I don't think that'll get us through the challenge, but otherwise it would be a great idea.
Do these motherfuckers pop up into existence after the long rest?
What, the creatures? They've been there the whole time.
No, these guys, these motherfuckers. The ones in my party.
Yes.
Cool.
Whether you tell them that or not, it's up to you.
Well then, I feel a lot better. Oh, yes. So the question is, what do we do now? I mean, they're right outside. If we go out, are they going to attack us?
That they won't attack Cromwell.
Why wouldn't they attack me?
Well,
They haven't yet.
No, they've only been...
They've been a little bit busy fighting all of the like knives and stuff you've been trying to stab them with. They probably might think that is a little bit more of a pressing issue than the teeny guy who just goes, eh.
Are you
But I
sure
didn't-
though?
I don't know if you noticed, I wasn't all that helpful in the last fight.
I'm
You
not,
know, it didn't really seem
well,
to
I'm not
I mean,
didn't
attacking,
really
you're
seem
about
to-
helpful as usual.
feel too threatened about me.
but I'm not attacking.
I also saw it look at
you.
you and then look away from you. Like it decided it doesn't want to hit you, which doesn't really seem to follow the rest of its behaviors of being basically just a ugly beast.
That doesn't make sense at all. It's looked at all of us at various times, and
Usually
if
when it
was
looks
just
at
kind
us,
of like-
it hits us.
if it was just that's patently untrue. We were followed here. Those things are looking at us now and not attacking us. There have been multiple times where they've looked at us and not attacked us. It seems like these guys have to be in close, and I am always further away because that's where I'm best.
I want to insight what Cromwell is saying. Is he telling the truth that he doesn't think there's any reason?
All those things are factually true.
Yes, but I'm looking for
All those things are technically true,
Okay,
which is
how
a
are
very,
you
very
really-
different
are you
weapon.
comparing-
Hang on. You can roll an insight regardless of whether or not. Roll an insight. Cromwell, roll a persuasion or deception, whichever is necessary for the condition, and tell me which one you've rolled and what it was.
Tell you on a message
In a
or
message. In a message.
out loud.
Yeah, in a message. Because
Do you want me to tell you what my roll was?
yes.
24. I should have been using this dice before.
Yeah, you should have.
That's a lot of typing for just
I'm
a
innocent.
number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words if you include a number as a word, even though I used the symbol.
I am rolling.
I would say,
Deception.
as far as you can tell,
I'm going to kill all 5 of them. Oh, it's 8. That's only 3 of us.
I'm going
There's
to
also
kill all 5.
3 of us.
And that was the number. No. You can determine that, as far as you can tell, everything that was just said is true.
I know it's true, but what I'm looking for is
You don't recognize any lying. With the 24, everything is said was true, and it seems as though Cromwell believes it.
Fair enough.
I will say, with the comparison of dice, it's possibly just a little extra of everything is extremely true, as in like curated sentences true. If you get my drift.
You mean he's
So the technically
very
true, the
specific.
way that he was explaining before, the best kind.
he's being very specific about giving true statements.
I don't know what I mean. I don't know what else you want from me as Joe. if
well,
I
it's
say
fine.
if I say it and it's true, like
Just accept it, Joe. We do not trust your character.
that's why I've made my backup character as lovable as possible.
Thank God. Let's kill Cromwell
Yeah,
right
please,
now.
we have
Let's put
another
a new one
match.
in.
It's a massive shame that the accent is just god awful.
You know what? I'll accept it.
Yeah, I will put with another what's his face from Taris.
Fenoglius.
I think Cal
Fenoglius is concerned.
will now trust him at the moment because it's like, okay, he's saying the truth. You have no reason not to. That's what Insight's all about. So, okay, so what do we do?
I'm not the first one going out. It's targeted me twice now.
Yeah, that's true.
I
That's
would
very true.
prefer not to go out first as well.
And I'm assuming.
I don't think we should leave until we have a better plan.
I agree with that, but I'm not sure what the plan is.
I genuinely think, and I promise Cromwell, and this is a weird promise coming from me, I will have your back, but I genuinely think you should go out first.
Well,
Okay, but why? Because you make me a lot of promises that never kind of come to anything. So I'd like to hear the explanation of why you want to risk me.
I will pinky swear this because you have attacked them less, which might mean that they see you as less of a threat, so they are less likely to attack you.
yeah.
Okay, so that would, let's say we do that. That results in one of two things. A, they both jump me immediately outside the door because I'm also the slowest here,
That's true.
if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, but
Or
if you just step out.
B,
It's not too bad.
they do leave me alone, in which case you then have the same problem just without my help.
Well, no, because then surely you can come back in.
I mean, maybe we don't know that. It might be one thing to let me go as the least amount of threat. It might be a totally different thing to then allow me to come back in to join the other threats.
Well, that's true, but unless we're going to stay here indefinitely, one of us is going to have to go out at some point.
Well, let's come up with a plan for what we're going to do out there before we decide
But
who's
this is the
going.
thing. We don't know what we're doing out there. We have been walking around and around and around, following our tail for the past God knows how long.
So let's have a think about it.
I've got other shit to do than this.
I agree. I mean, the thing is, we can run, we can talk to them, which seems pretty pointless, or we can fight them.
I
Those
just
are
want to
choices.
get out of here.
They don't respond when spoken to. We can't outrun them.
So in that case, we've got to go out fighting. Or at least go out prepared to fight anyway. I mean, I don't want to start the fight if they don't fight us, because I don't think we can win, not against two of them.
Do we think that they can't come in here?
Looks like
Well, they haven't made it.
end of they can't be in here.
Doesn't seem to.
They haven't
don't-
tried.
Well, I stood right by the window. All they had to do was reach out their hand. They could have got me. They never did.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. If they can't do that, why don't we just sit in here? You can just stand at the window. I can just stand at a window, stabby, and if they just can't come in, then they can't come in.
It's worth a try, I suppose. We could wait till they walk up to the window, and I can just throw boiling oil down their throat or something. Seems a bit unfair since they're actually attacking us.
The alternative is, how many windows are in here?
2.
2. On either side?
One's on the same side as the door, one is the opposite side.
And are they one at each window?
Not continuously. They sort of go round the cottage, the cabin, and every now and again, no particular interval, one of them will like poke a head up and look around, but then they'll sort of get up and keep walking around.
The alternative is, if you're wanting to run, although without a plan, I don't know what that accomplishes, is, Cal, if you're able, these things seem smaller, maybe you'll be able to put one or both of them to sleep, because you couldn't do it to the bigger one, and then we just book it out the window on the other side of them.
I mean, in all honesty, they were just following us. Why don't we just go outside?
It is true these two haven't attacked us yet. But then the big
There's
one...
also that. There's no guarantee that they will attack us.
No. This is why I'm not keen on attacking them first, because that will... I mean, we're assuming they're the same as the big one. But they might not be. They look like you'd really be surprised if they're not the same, but...
Neither will just open the door and go outside.
You open the door, you go outside, and immediately one of them just like head turns and just stares at you, stands still, kind of like a cat frozen when it sees something.
Okay, they're mechanical in nature. Did you hear that gear? And
No, you did not hear a clunk.
Take a few more steps towards the forest.
I'll be right behind her. Because as soon as she gets out the door, I'll be like, come back.
It's
Okay,
following.
I'm thinking
your
by you.
movements.
Second?
Yeah, it's following Neva's movements, and the other one, as soon as you come out, Calais, is the same sort of thing. It comes around and stares at you, like on the floor in this weird kind of like walk where its body is kind of like a spider. Its body is lower than like its elbows.
I'm trying to look as unthreatening as I can. I'll start.
It's just staring at you.
I'm gonna stay as close to Cal as I can.
Walk in the forest.
It's amazing
Maybe
coming out as
we've
well.
left.
They're not doing anything yet.
I'll go out prepared to dodge an attack that I assume is coming for me.
Okay. You step outside, knives drawn, and the two of them are already staring at the other two, so they don't look at you as you step out.
I'm going to keep walking towards the forest.
All right, Neva, which direction are you wanting to go?
I'm just gonna keep walking forward.
We're walking out to the opposite side of the. The same direction we were going before.
You keep walking, and instead of being like 50 feet up, they are now like on the ground, prowling like 10 feet away. They've sort of changed up the game, it seems, and stayed closer. Not attacking, but they are sort of constantly that kind of a distance. Same thing as before, where every now and again they sort of like go behind a tree and don't come out the other side, and you'll see them elsewhere. But they're staying a lot closer. Every now and again, there's sort of growl coming out.
Are they identical, or is there anything you can distinguish them?
Give me a perception.
I will give you a perception. Ah! Oh, I can't see how it says that. Natural 1. They're identical. They're clones.
You can't tell. You can't tell. They're too far away. They move around too much. You can't even keep a track of which one's which one.
The only reason I was to say that was because I'm going to call one. That one's called Laurel, and that one's called Artie. Okay.
What's a clone?
What's Artie?
It's what we call those. They have a red nose and they have a funny little car and things.
Go to a party and get a clone.
What's a car?
It's a car. It's like a sort of.
Isn't
like
it
a
a noise a bird makes?
Yes.
Carly would have no idea what a car is. They don't exist.
Car is
the closest you get is a train car.
A car is what my parents used to call me when I was little. It's a sort of contraction of Calais-tar, you see, car.
That makes sense. Okay, so it's people with little U's.
Little meat with red noses, exactly.
Did
You look confused. I can't understand why.
do people make dolls of you?
Oh God, I hope
Actually,
not.
I'm sad to say that probably do. Yes, they do actually. But I try and avoid them when I can.
Why? What? Because you're related to fuck or whatever his name was.
Yes. His name is Flickin.
Flint.
His name is Flickin.
So and because of that, people make small idols of you.
Yes, and my
Yeah,
father
why?
and my uncle.
Why? That makes no sense.
Well, we're seen as, it's all rather embarrassing, really, but we're all seen as sort of part of a divine family. I mean, I'll tell you all about it one day, but for the moment, I think we're other things sorry about.
Wait, hang on. Are you telling us that you are a living, breathing Messiah figure in a religion?
Not really. We're seen as being associated with one, yes. I mean, where I come from, they regard Flickin as being effectively just short of being a god. And because we're part of his family, close family, we're seen reflected
yes,
glory and all that.
because here in Vayluna, no one seems to give much of a shit about him as an individual strangeling. It's like the strangelings are like the big thing, but so that's just where you come from. So we're unlikely to find a doll of you here.
I'd be very surprised if I found one here.
I also mean this in the utmost respect, Carly. But you're about as divine as my left toe.
Oh, I know that.
Your
I
left
know
toe
that
starts
very
glowing.
well.
What did you say?
I said your left toe starts glowing.
Hey, it's a halo. Why is there a halo over your shoe? Yeah, I know that, but it's where I come from. It's all a bit. I mean, that's one reason I didn't go to university anywhere near where I live. It's all a bit much, to be honest. It's a lot to live up
I
to.
bet.
Perhaps you can imagine. I don't know. If you ever come and visit me, you'll perhaps see it's a bit strange.
As you're having this conversation, two things of note come to you.
A post-it and a letter.
No. Firstly,
An exit
you come
sign.
across a clearing and see
An orb in the centre. No.
the green orb sitting in the center. I'm not kidding. You see the green orb lying on the floor in the center. The second thing
right.
that happens is you notice that the 2 has become the 3. One staring at Maisie, one staring at Neva, one staring at Carly.
Neva's gonna get closer to the orb.
You are closer to the orb.
She's gonna try and pick it up.
You lean down, you touch it, and puffs away into green smoke.
I mean, that
Oh,
was.
for fuck's
Did
sake!
you-
I
did
just
you think
want to
that
get
would work?
home now.
Okay.
The third one, is it the original large one, or is it the same as the other two?
Same size, small as the other 2.
3 small ones.
Mhm.
Why are there only 3 and there are 4 of us? Perhaps the 4th one's gonna turn up. I don't know.
Cal, did you hit the big one at any point with your
Yes.
club thing?
No, not with my club. I hit it with the magic missile.
Maybe that's what it is. I haven't made any kind of physical contact with it. All I've done is mental stuff. I haven't. Yeah, I haven't.
Well, they're
With
not attacking, so let's just keep walking.
I'm going to keep all my awareness on high awareness.
How many times can you do that, Cal?
What's that?
The Pachow.
Yeah, with my ping, you mean? I
Yeah.
can fire 6.
At once or just one at a time?
I can fire 6 at the same time.
Okay. Well, if there's 3 of them, it might be best to go like 2, 2, 2.
But it won't do that much damage if I do 2 each.
Or we don't attack until they attack.
Oh no, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But you're thinking when they do attack.
Yes, I'm just assuming it's going to happen at some point.
I could do that, and but it probably won't. I mean, that big one, you knocking 7 kinds of what's it out of it didn't make much difference.
Yeah, but these are at least smaller.
That's true.
Okay, well, where to next then? Where are we going?
Maybe
Just keep walking.
Maybe it's just quietly trying to listen for anything, either from in her own head or elsewhere. Just staying aware.
Give me a roll.
And
You know the roll.
While you're doing that, I'm
Natural 20, baby.
You hear neither fart.
Okay. Meanwhile, ignore the clicking.
So you can cut it. You can cut this bit out, I guess, if you want.
Oh, I plan to.
Yeah, in that case, I'm just going to say.
I'm going to leave that in.
That's staying in, yeah. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to edit this bit, just zooming in on Joe's face.
No video. I was told no video.
Yeah, no,
you can
I'm
leave
enjoying...
this next little bit in of. I can't believe you guys are going to edit it so that it sounds like I say something rude.
But I can edit
That's going to be taken out.
This is the funny thing. In most like TV shows, if you swear, it automatically cuts out. But if you swear in this one, it's most likely to get in.
Can't tell if Rowan looks confused or happy.
I don't know what this means! But like while they're all talking, right?
In your head. The standard in your head nuss.
While this is happening, Cal would have a look at the ground where the green orb was. Is there any sign of anything?
Give me an investigation.
I don't know what I'm looking for. I just looking in general. Just like, oh, it's gone.
I'd just like to make myself as far away, on the other side of the creatures. So creatures, companions, me.
You can try. Creatures are sort of like prowling, but you try and stay away.
Ah, what a waste! I rolled a natural 20.
I'm look for the exit sign.
Making it 25.
Give me a perception for an exit sign. Give me a perception for an exit sign. Your natural 20. That ground is so very undisturbed, apart from just like a slight crater in the grass, where obviously there was like a thing, and it's sort of resettled. But
it was physically there. Yeah.
It seems so.
I
Yeah.
got an 8.
That was a waste.
You do not see an exit sign.
Fuck. I got a natural 20.
That's nice.
You very clearly don't see an exit
You do
sign.
not see an exit sign.
Well, shall we keep going?
You see Maisie just like this confused face on her face.
You alright, Maisie?
Why do you have no thoughts?
Who?
So the little one.
What?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I have come up with plenty of ideas.
No, like you have no thoughts.
Maybe because he has no brain.
I mean, you're just being rude now. You've been really mean to me today. The both of you have. Cal, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the twins. Like, you've thrown
We are
stuff at
not
me.
fucking
and
twins.
Now you're just insulting me. So
I'm sorry, you wonder why we're funny with you when you constantly insist on us being twins. Yet we have constantly told you we are not twins. I am fucking older than her.
I'm not saying it as an insult. You literally have no thoughts.
I mean,
I can hear both of them.
In your head, you will hear telepathically. Clearly, I do.
That's
But
different.
You're not the only one out loud. You're not the only one with funky brain stuff going on. Maybe if you weren't so self-absorbed, you'd have noticed that.
I have noticed that. This is different, though.
Are you saying that this is not Chroma?
I'm saying that there's like nothing coming from him. Like he's not here.
I'm sorry. What is it that we're even talking about here? Because
I don't know.
I don't know about the rest of you. This is news to me that Maisie can apparently just listen in on people's brains. Supposedly, is what I gather you're doing. Although
That's
clearly
not the
very
issue
well.
right now, though.
What do you mean that's not the issue? Since we got here, she has mind controlled someone's unconscious body. And B is now apparently eavesdropping in our most private thoughts.
But
That
isn't it also?
That is not like. Sorry that I seem to be the only person who has a problem with that.
Yeah, you are.
Do you have some way of stopping people reading your thoughts then?
Not that I know of, but 6 months ago, I didn't know that I had jellyfish coming out of my, wand, or half the stuff that has happened to us.
Very fair point.
And I happen to have things that I would like to keep to myself that have nothing to do with any of you. So, thanks for letting me know that you can just listen in on our brains, because now I'll keep my distance.
I don't hear your thoughts, I hear your presence.
That is just what ears do.
So are you saying that you can sort of sense when there's a person around?
Yeah.
So you sense us? Do you sense these 2, 3,
if
whatever the other followers?
Do the presences go away and you can't see us anymore?
I don't sense the other 2, Kyle. Other 3.
You don't sense
only you and Neva.
Okay. Well, okay. I mean, there's not much we can do.
I don't know what that means.
No. I mean, it could be just something about,
Gee, it's not like we've walked into a clearing and only Maisie has been affected by something. That's never happened.
I mean, it's possible Cromwell's magic is interfering in some way.
It's possible that this particular clearing is fucking with Maisie.
Yeah, it's possible.
I doubt that one.
Well,
I'm not surprised. You have something of a blind spot when it comes to your sister. You both do. Or was it just me that saw you constantly throwing yourselves in front of each other in the last fight that we had?
Is it just me who sees you constantly deflecting everything away from yourself and towards us?
I have addressed everything that you said to me.
Just by basically giving the political answer saying, no, that's bullshit.
I can still refute something. That is fine as an answer.
Okay, well, look, whether or not you can sense anything, there's not much you can do about it at the moment, is there?
I have no idea what it means.
Can I use nature on Cromwell to see if he's a person?
You're just going to tickle me with a blade of grass.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You'd have to use insight in this particular case.
I will try inciting, and I don't want to roll a natural one this time. Is that okay?
I don't like the way that everyone's looking at me, so I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
That's not great. That's 12. That is 17.
17. I should ask Cromwell, to be fair, to do the same thing I asked last time. Pick a roll and tell me which one and what you did. You can't determine. There's a lot of things fucking with you in this forest. Everything's like super weird, and it's making your perception almost blind. Not perception, but like the insight,
Fair enough. I'm trying to think if there's anything that Cromwell would know and Carlo would know that nobody else would know. But
are you saying that out loud, or are you saying
no.
to us?
This is me saying that, but because while Carlo has a good memory, I don't. I like to
something that Cromwell would know that Cal knows that the others don't.
Sorry, what?
Something that they. I was thinking about when we the heist on the warehouse.
Oh yeah, who was it that did that? There was one other person doing that with us. Who was it?
Yeah, who was it? Maisie.
It's Maisie.
I can still try it. So,
Yeah.
Cromwell, Do you remember when we were?
Hello.
Yeah. Do you remember when we robbed that warehouse?
Yes, it was. We went and I insisted that you get a coat because you weren't going to fit in. We met the mouse guy. He died. Yeah. You and Maisie snuck into the place. What about it?
And what did you turn into when you were? Like a
Like a demonic child or something.
It
It works well with the size restrictions on the spell.
Fine. Okay. So you're either you or you're somebody being very good at being you. So for the moment, I trust you
Super reassuring.
as much as you trust me. Exactly, because you can't tell I'm me either. So
I trust that you are you.
So for now, we just Maisie. It's an interesting and important fact. We'll just have to keep it in mind and keep going, I suppose.
In fairness, to take the temperature down, maybe if is this something that you are able to control? Is this something you can do at will?
No.
No, it just when the spirit moves you. Then okay. Well, once we get out of here, in 40 years' time, I would be interested if it happens again to know what it is, and I can ask Professor Morthagus about it on special one-on-one Professor Morthagus time to see if he thinks that is something that I should be looking into.
Or
Quick question, just because you mentioned about being able to sense Cal and Neva, you didn't say that you can sense yourself. Is that
I've never sensed myself when that kind of thing happens, though.
so it is okay, so it does happen that you just don't sense people that you know are there. Okay.
Well, if it's coming from me, yeah, but I figure it's like a source kind of thing. It'd be weird to hear my own thoughts or the presence of myself if I know I'm there.
You've lost me on that, but that's fine. This isn't something that you understand, so we're not.
I don't know how these things work.
Okay.
Cromwell. So Carly is more like a barbecue sauce, and Neva's more of like a sweet chili sauce.
What?
They said it was a sauce thing.
Right.
I got it. Don't
White
worry.
chili
I mean,
sauce.
I'm-
I still don't
I'm the
mind chili sauce.
sorcerer here, so
Oh dear.
The wizard.
They're too weird. But for the moment, we just keep going. It's interesting, but I don't know if we can do much with it for now.
You continue forwards, creeping, crawling, being stalked. Well, the three of you being stalked by the three small creatures continuously the whole way. And unsurprisingly, you come across something else. A pond. A pond in a clearing, which has a slight twinkling glow to it.
Okay. This isn't suspicious at all. It's just water with a twinkly glow.
that seems suspicious to me.
Yeah,
Just putting it out there.
I was being ironic, I suppose. That's the right word. Okay, so I'm going to, without touching it, examine the water. Not that bad to tell much.
Well, hang on. I will shape water so that I am able to form it into simple shapes and animate it. So I will just lift up like a 5-foot sphere of this water into the air.
You will not.
Okay.
You will try to.
Sure.
Cromwell weaves around his hands and just nothing happens.
I don't think it's water.
Okay. Are there any sort of twigs, stones, something on the floor?
Yeah, as the floor of a forest.
I'll pick up a stone and throw it in.
It hits the water, not water, just the easiest thing to call it. It hits the liquid and kind of sinks slower than you'd expect for the water if it were water. Kind of like a thin gel, just like through it.
Okay, so that's not water here, right? It's some kind of slime or something.
How big is this pond?
10 by 10 ish. I mean, it's not like an even circle, but you know.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. I think we just keep moving.
If we had a,
The more he talked, the more I thought so.
in another universe, if we had a long stick with a
Yeah.
We were going to do an arcana on it, if you wanted to, by the way.
I was going to do an arcana already. Yes.
Did we encounter a jelly cube in the red maze?
17. I don't think so. I can't remember.
There was so much stuff in the red maze. I don't remember.
I don't think.
I don't remember the red. Which one's the red maze?
That's the big.
The one we
the
were
big
in for
maze.
like
The 5
So
session
long.
one? 6 session one?
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
not
Yeah,
impossible.
I remember that one.
It was like a mega escape room. I was going to front.
The
17.
entire back quarter of last year.
Mm-hmm.
What? You got a 7?
17.
17. Here's a goop. It seems to be slightly magical. You would determine that. It does not seem to be alive, as suspicions are arising.
Mm. That needed a natural 20 to see.
I'll get a stick and I'll poke it into the edge of it.
It's kind of squelching.
Well, I'm not tasting it.
okay, well I guess we move on then if we have nothing to gain from
We could take a sample, although there again,
slime
this
pool.
is all illusion anyway. So
Well, most of the things that we've tried to take out of clearings have vanished as soon as we got more than 5
That's
feet out of
true.
them. So
we could throw some at the our friends here.
Which could be seen as a house will
I
actually
just
make them
agree
attack
with
us.
the maze you're walking on.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be that in the middle, underneath it, is where the green orb is.
Yeah, and then we grab that one and that also disappears.
Maybe. I'm not touching it.
Me either. So unless Cromwell or Neva are touching it, let's move on.
I will mage tentacle and send the tentacle in to dredge, lie flat and dredge the bottom.
Where was your tentacle? I'm assuming not anymore, especially since you got the long rest. At one point, it was holding a golden coin. Did you put that in the bag? I seem to remember you putting that in the bag.
Yes, I believe that. I think Maisie said about putting it in the bag. Whoever was holding the bag had said
Yeah,
about taking
I
it.
can't remember if you actually did that or not. That's fine. In which case, yeah, you stick the tentacle in and kind of across the bottom, and it makes a little bit of a ripple at the top. Nothing much else, like a few bubbles. You know.
I don't think so. I think I'm going to leave that one alone. I mean, I like going for a swim, but I think in this case, no.
I don't see anything at the bottom of the
Give me a perception.
shell. 6.
6. Nothing other than your reflection.
Do we want to consider if this is something we would like to use to our advantage in potentially fighting the creatures? Or are they avoiding it?
And I was going to say, do we all have reflection?
Kale, as you walk over, you have a reflection indeed.
I'm
see.
going to check if I've got reflection then.
You also have a reflection, yes?
Cromwell?
Wait, we have reflected. The slime is reflective.
Yeah, kind of like water.
Oh no!
reflection.
Wait, it looks like water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I will creep a little bit closer because I don't want one of the creatures to come in and rugby tackle me into it.
Yeah. Cromwell, you have a reflection.
I don't think we're getting a similar thing to. I'm gonna go up to Neva and be like, hey, Neva, do you see my reflection?
Do I see her reflection?
You see. Hang on, bear with me whilst I just finish off what I'm doing. I don't want to do two things at the same time.
Ominous, suspicious.
In the reflection, give me a perception. Actually, give me a perception.
I'm gonna back up once I've seen my reflection.
9.
9. For the slightest of seconds, as you look at it, you think you see like a completely different creature reflecting from Maisie. But as you sort of blink, a little bit of surprise. It's just Maisie reflecting.
What is that?
It's a pit of slime.
No, my reflection. That's not. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
You look the same to me. But you have been walking around the forest for a few hours. You're not looking your best.
Well, Cromwell, give me, if you're looking over.
Sure,
Are you looking at
I
the
will look
reflection?
over.
Give me
I'm
perception.
not looking that pale.
And Carly, if you also want to get in on
Yeah.
this action, give me a perception.
18.
18. Cromwell?
13.
13.
When Cromwell takes over, do I see Cromwell's reflection as well?
Give you that in a second. Carly, when you creep over, you see a ever so slight, same sort of thing. Like, it looks kind of like something's off, and then that's just a reflection of Maisie. Cromwell. I'm going to type this one to keep it secret.
It's going to be a short episode because so much is going to have to be cut out.
And I'm going to cut out some. Everyone's gonna be
Yeah.
like, why is this a 1 hour episode? It's just like, I cut out everything.
There's a lot of secrets.
There's also like an extra half a second every time I have to make sure I'm sending it to the right person.
To the right person, yeah. I feel like I see that in your face every time.
You want to just
before you
look
can
at.
enter.
You want to look at
Cromwell.
Cromwell.
When he looks over.
Give me a perception.
So
14.
Okay.
So is that everybody?
If anyone wants to do the same thing for Cromwell's reflection, also give me perceptions.
Oh my god, 10.
I mean, I've already moved back. Like I said, as soon as I saw my reflection, I was moving back.
I will give it still to Maisie because I think she is super unconfident about the whole situation and probably would have been looking. The other two I'll hold off then. Maisie, a similar sort of thing. There's like something that isn't Cromwell on the immediate, and then it kind of like, you flicker a little bit, and then you just see the reflection of Cromwell as he backs off. But immediately it's like a weird amorphous nothingness, and then
You look really weird in the pool.
Yeah,
so-
maybe we're both fucked up. Maybe you guys shouldn't trust either of us.
Those don't have to be mutually exclusive, you know. I've got stuff I'm dealing with. So do you.
If I look at myself in the...
But yeah,
guys,
your reflection is weird. So if 3 of us have seen that, then
guys, can you all look at my reflection, please?
Sure.
sure.
perceptions.
Okay.
11.
11.
Cool.
Go on, finish off the triple.
The weird ones.
12.
Damn! All 3 of you see Carly and nothing else.
That's just you, Callie.
Okay. So something weird is happening, which is not a huge surprise, but... Okay.
Wait. Both of you. This might be a long shot. All 3 of you have had weird dreams involving strange people. 2 of you, 3 of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Wait.
believe I have.
Okay. Were either of those people like Gray?
No.
One in mine was.
Okay. Do you happen to recall what color their hair might have been?
So you saw the same thing I saw. I don't know why I saw that when I looked at myself in the reflection.
But it's the same thing that you saw in your dream. Like,
Yeah. Well, kind of.
well then it kind of ties back to you, so you'd have a better explanation than I would.
Just
It
for
is-
you, Maisie. Same
Yeah.
style, not the same face.
It's like they're whatever I was looking at is the same race, but not same person.
So something's happening. But we just don't have
I
anything.
mean, at the end of the day, we're looking into a pit of slime and it's showing us weird things.
True. Yep. And
Is
in this fake
it any
forest.
deeper than that?
I don't know. What is
Fake forest, weird shit.
Like, if it was just showing one person, or like everyone but one person, one thing consistently, then I might be like, okay, that might be something. But we're all getting different stuff, so I think this one is just a move on, unless we want to explore the thing of using it as a trap for the creatures.
I don't know how it would work as a trap for team.
We don't know it's dangerous. It might
Creatures, not
make you stronger.
I'm gonna let the intrusive thought win and poke it.
Poke the
That's also true.
the gloopiness.
Yeah.
You poke it. How far in are you letting the finger go? And you're just
Just
poking
the-
the surface.
Probably like halfway to for the finger.
You'll see Maisie go, and she pulls the finger out, and just from that knuckle, as far deep as it went in, her finger, for half a second before it fades away, just goes like this pale grey color, and then just.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, that's interesting.
Is that the same colour as the skin?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm going to do the same then.
You do that, your finger stays the same color as it has always been.
Okay.
Cromwell, can you try?
Would you mind?
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna put it out there. This isn't telling us anything new. This is just the same as the
No.
reflections.
You never know what's going to be useful, do you? Though scientific investigation, all that.
I'll bring the tentacle back out from the thing where it's being just like dribble it on my finger.
Where it hits Cromwell's finger, the same for a second, it changes, but it's not the same grey that Maisie's finger does. It goes like a weird brown, almost muddy goopiness, and then that fades back into his normal finger.
I swear, I washed my hands.
What did you see?
What did I see?
And with your reflection, I only saw your face get like weird for a second.
Yeah, the grey with
That
the
look-
white hair. Same as you.
That's your finger did not do the same thing my finger did.
No, it didn't. So there we go. That is new.
Neither.
I'm gonna try it.
Put in your finger, same finger goes in that comes out.
Right. Does anyone feel weaker or stronger?
No.
Nope.
No.
Does anyone feel again about maybe using it as like a trap with the beasts? If we can like push them in, or like if they jump over it, we like smack them in the air.
I really don't see how that would work.
But I'm interested because if it's showing, well, I mean, it seems a bit weird, but if it's showing what's really there. Does anybody have I must have a mug or something, I suppose.
What do you mean showing what's really there? It's a slime pool that's fucking with us.
Neither
Possibly.
roll me a history in the meantime.
2 people normal, 2 people different.
Yeah, but I'm wondering what happens if you throw some over one of these, one of our little friends here. Are we seeing what they really are?
Neither would you get.
7.
Okay, you find them then.
I get a history class as well,
That's nice.
and I've also got lots of history about the changelings.
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 Mhm.
Strangelings.
Strangelings. No, that's also quite nice.
So I'm going to take my mug. And
Maybe
try
that
and-
should be our group name.
Keep a
We'll
mug full of
be
liquid
survey
out.
lunatics.
Oh my
and
God.
We'll be the changelings instead of the strange.
Can I do a nature check?
On.
the goop.
Water.
Okay, yes, you can.
I'm giving up. Fucking natural 1.
Man, you know what everyone has been saying? You're pretty sure that's just pure water and everyone's just making everything up at this
Okay,
point. I mean, weird.
I am going to give myself guidance and then do a nature check on the goop.
Okay, you did an Arcana before, so that is. I will allow it.
So that's better. That's a 12. What is my nature? Oh, that's okay. 15, and then a D4. 18.
18. It's not natural.
It is the entire time. I keep forgetting about it.
It's not natural. It is magical. I'm not sure what you're trying to determine from it. I mean, nothing more is going to come from it. It's magical. It's obviously not.
Anything about what its properties are, basically.
That would have come from the Arcana. This is, for a nature, it's not natural, that's for sure. I mean, nothing around here really is. But it is definitely, I will say, a curated substance. Like a giant vat of potion.
You'll stick her whole hand in, just whoosh.
Whole hand goes in, you pull it out, and it's just this grey.
I don't pull it
thing.
out. I want to see if it hurts.
It doesn't hurt, but you can see under there that your hand has gone grey.
Maisie, are you becoming one with the slime?
As you pull your hand out, it is grey, and it's slower because you probably because you keep your hand in there longer, maybe because your full hand slowly. It doesn't come like back up your hand. It's kind of in patches and slowly grows back into the normal skin color.
Yeah,
so if I take
one with the slime. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a mug full of slime.
Neither.
Do you have a mug?
Yes, because I've got my. Well, assuming with all our normal equipment, I've got my camp equipment.
Me?
Sure. You take a mug full.
Yeah, you've touched the slime, right?
I have.
How do you feel about... God, I don't remember his name except for Piss Drinker.
I feel like that was Joe.
I just can't remember his name except that he's Piss Drinker.
Franklin.
Franklin.
So
Yes.
yeah, how do you feel
douchebag?
about how are you feeling about that guy having touched the slime?
About the
The
same.
same as normal.
Which is
You guys just don't know him like I do.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. That was all I needed to know. Okay.
Maisie's gonna dunk her whole head in the slime.
You dunk your whole head in the slime, and
And
it's
you
a
can't
weird.
breathe.
It's a weird feeling. Is your face gets covered like a weird gel, and then you pull your head out. I assume, and your face, as with everything, isn't wet.
I turn
but
around
her,
and Neva. It's like,
her head
this is what it looks like.
completely grey. Her hair is completely white, and her facial features and structure is not the same as Maisie. Like it's a completely different face, and then slowly it patches back and reforms back into her.
Maze, what the hell have you done?
I don't know.
Okay. When you did that, you totally lost the twin thing. You looked totally different.
How about you trying it, Cromwell? Since it seems to be affecting you, and it's not really hurting Mason.
You do realise we actually look nothing alike.
I think you look kind of similar. I honestly would prefer not to because A, it's a lot harder for me to climb in and out of there than it is for Maisie. There's not as much of me, so it's like twice as deep. But also, I didn't enjoy seeing my finger turn into a poo.
Well,
So-
I mean, good news is, you see, I can answer both of those because I've got. Firstly, you don't need to put your head in there because I've got a cup of the liquid here, and you don't
Well-
need to see it because it'll be your face, which you can't see.
Yeah, but I can see the rest of me. I think that we should first explore your idea of what does it show about these things. You know, the monsters stalking us. They're still here. I feel like we're forgetting that those monsters are still here. Maybe throwing yourself into the pool of slime where you might not be able to move as well might have made you a little bit vulnerable.
How close is Cromwell to the edge of the pool? Huh?
20 foot.
Oh, okay.
I've said multiple times about backing up from it.
Mm.
How far away
This
are
whole
I from-
conversation is like, I don't want to go into the slime. I probably should be going into the slime.
I can't help but think. Bear in mind, this isn't real, so this is here for a reason. So I can't help but think.
Fine. You want to dump slime on me? Fine, Cal. Sure. You can dump slime on me.
Okay,
It turned Maisie into a, I don't know,
I'm
a
more-
frog lady, and it'll turn me into a poo.
Possibly. But at least we'll recognise if we can.
Frogs and poos are true beings.
I feel like
It's
we're
just
kind
because he's
of
a little piece of
missing-
shit.
I feel like we're missing the obvious here, guys. Of all of this stuff is designed to mess with us in some way, and we've spent so much time on this. Like fine, jump slime on me. I don't know what it will accomplish, but once we've done that, please can we leave? If you really feel it necessary.
Let's do it.
You pull the slime over his head, and as it trickles down, any bits that it has touched leaves behind this sort of like pseudo-flowing brown slimy goopness. For the Pokemon fans, the equivalent of like how muck looks, except brown. And that fades away as it sort of goes away and down the body, and evaporates fairly quickly down the body.
Do you feel better? You're the ones you're the guys who keep saying that everything in here is an illusion. We found a pool of illusion.
Or we find a pool that gets rid of illusion, possibly. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to grab another mugful.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, shall we try on those creatures, or is that going to be tempting fate?
Sure, let's try it on the creatures.
I feel like we
okay.
Never mind.
Okay, can you get ready to pull me out if it all goes horribly wrong? I'm going to move every. Hello.
How close are you getting? Because they're trying to stay distance from you.
If they back away, I'm not going to chase them. But if they
Okay, so you're going to try and approach slowly.
Give
me a stealth. You're not stealthing, but you're trying to approach quietly.
Yeah, without making them jump. Okay. I know. Look, I hope you don't mind. I want to try something. 13.
It like stays still. Again, kind of like a cat frozen with fear, except it doesn't show fear on its face. As you get up closer and closer, and you get like a good arm's distance away from it, it's letting out this low guttural growl.
I'm not going to throw it in his face. I'm going to try and throw it on his hand. Presumably his hand's on the floor.
Yeah. You pour it down, and it immediately touches its hand. It starts to like back away really quickly, but you do see this residual change over its hand, this brown, slimy muckiness, very similar to that of Cromwell, as it backs away and then scutters off.
Okay, not quite sure what to do with that, but okay.
You would have been the only one to see that, just so you're aware, because you were the only one close enough.
Yeah. So I should head back over to the guys.
What did you see, Cal?
Well, I got it on its hand, and it did change its appearance. It was more like what Cromwell's hand went, sort of that sort of brown, mucky, muddy look.
Okay, yeah. So to my point, it's a pool of illusion slime.
Possibly.
I just want to go back to what you said. I doubt that this is revealing the presence of illusions, because, well, you guys seem to have expressed doubt. I know that I'm me, but also that would mean that Maisie is in fact a weird grey frog thing and has been for who knows how long. As far as I'm aware, that's not something that happens when you die and come back. So that would mean forever. Which seems to me a little bit unlikely.
I really hate that I keep doing this, but I have to agree with Cromwell.
But also, what's the chances of two of the same kind of thing and one different? I don't know.
I mean, we don't know how many different things that this does. It might be
I
that
hate
it
this
touches
place.
you and it does one of a set number of things. That wouldn't be the first time we've come across something like that.
I hate this
I mean,
place.
for now, I think it's something to bear in mind, and we just have to move on. I mean, you obviously are not the same as whatever they are, but at the same time, there's something odd going on.
Thank you, I guess.
There's something odd happening because it's not affecting me at all. But then again, that could be because maybe you're both normal and I'm known as...
Didn't affect neither either. Like,
It didn't affect me.
This is why I think it's random. There's an even number of us here. We've got an odd number of effects. I just think it's random, like everything else here has been.
It's possible. Yes, it's possible. We'll just keep it in mind and keep moving.
The podcast, Alex is doing more secret typing.
Would someone like to pick a direction?
carry on the same way. But
secret typing would be a lot more
West.
effective if you got a quiet keyboard.
No, you see, I love this because it means you'll know that I'm typing to someone. I like the little bit of meta,
Yeah,
but
that
not
then
knowing
makes
what
it-
or to who.
That then makes it really easy when people's lighting changes because they're switching screens, Rowan.
Maybe he'll just scream out, "I don't!"
You don't what?
Just don't.
You don't have to pick a direction if you don't want to. I can pick if you like.
Yeah, we keep going the same way.
Please do.
Sure. Cal, I feel that we should go that way, towards the squarest tree I can see.
No,
Oh
Okay.
wow, there are none. Amazing.
We just go straight past the pond and carry on.
keep walking, keep being followed by these creatures.
This
Wait,
is
keep
a
being
very
followed by-
strange place.
True.
But then it's also quite amusing in many ways, apart from the death and destruction and poor old Jay being kidnapped. And
Yeah, if we hadn't
Amazing
seen,
guy.
the corpse of our roommate being carried off by a giant monster, this might have been fun.
I'm hoping that
Oh,
all this,
Oh,
it's
and
like the last
also
place.
the weird, apparently spectral image of a random lady that some of you guys know being funny at you.
Yeah.
That was strange.
So that was something that you told us happened when you got back.
Yep.
You keep walking. You keep walking. Until eventually you come across a pond that looks almost identical to the one that you came across before.
You got in a circle.
When you say almost identical, what is the difference?
Verbal flair.
Sure.
I put my finger in again.
It's identical.
I put
You
my
did the
finger
finger?
in. Yeah.
Same result as before.
I put my finger in.
That was
Same
an
result as
incredibly
before.
risky move, Rowan.
I know.
Joe to Rowan, that was fucking ballsy.
Both I and Maisie are done with this fucking forest.
Same as before.
Do you want to try out Cromwell?
I mean, if you insist, but tentacle over some slime to me and
You
Same as
motherfucker.
before. Little poopy hand.
Okay, now this is odd.
does it change the tentacle? I suppose the tentacle isn't physically there, so
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of physically there.
It is magical. Is
I'm
all
going to put
you
my,
would
I'm
really
going to put my
like
face
to
in
know.
it.
You put your face in it. Nothing changes. You can't breathe in it. Just that's something today.
I'm not used to that.
Al
I'm
starts to
finding-
drown himself for no reason.
I can normally breathe underwater, but of course it's not water.
Wait, I thought you couldn't breathe underwater.
I can breathe underwater for now. I looked it up.
Sure.
I don't just hold my breath. I can actually breathe underwater for now.
His lungs have a time limit.
Yeah, exactly.
Very strange.
After now, they just shut down.
Do you have gills that just like get tired and seal themselves
Yeah,
up?
exactly.
Yeah.
I put it down to inefficient processing. You know? Like it keeps sustained for a while, but eventually just,
I need to top up my. I need to release the carbon dioxide out of my ears.
You osmosis oxygen in through your like blubber skin, but it's just not very efficient.
It's when the evolutionary process determined they don't need this anymore. Let's start phasing it out.
Yeah. I'm going to have to drink some, aren't I? Or somebody is. We're going to keep
What?
finding this. We're going to keep finding this pond until we do something with it.
As soon as Cromwell gets within 5 feet of it, he's going in the pond.
I mean, you were not subtle about that.
No,
That was
because I was
very
asking.
obvious.
That's because I was asking out of character, and if you're not going to meta, then you'll be a good sport about it eventually. But
Oh, I'm sorry. So that's if I do what I have consistently been doing. That's being
exactly.
meta.
Staying well away
No.
from it.
That
Wait,
is not how that works.
So, standing there in the forest, arguing, complaining, all of the above.
Great album name, my favorite.
I'm gonna
arguing,
start-
complaining, all of the above.
You hear a rustling and a bustling as the three creatures from around you make very aggressive movements towards the three of you. Yes, I am
Oh,
gonna
only the
make.
3 of us.
I'm going to make all of you
There's only 3 of them.
Off the bat, there is only 3 of them.
No, but he said towards the 3 of you.
Going to make you
There's 3. They can't. Doesn't matter.
the bat. Roll an initiative.
Number 1. Boop. Okay, initiative number 2. Okay.
We can stop pretending now, Joe. We know you're a poop monster.
Poop monster.
Listen, Joe will be, and always has been, a poop monster.
That is true. I've known him a
We're
very
talking
long
about
time.
Cromwell.
Yeah, but now we've revealed your true form. You're a poop monster. I'm a frog woman. So.
Frog woman.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yes.
Did at any point you say frog woman, or have I just pulled that from
You just
somewhere?
know
else?
it.
You
didn't-
said that.
yeah.
You said that
She
purely
looks
out of
nothing
nowhere.
like a frog. She looks nothing like a frog.
But I'm okay with it. Frogs are cool.
Unless there's some species of grey, white-haired frog I'm not aware of.
Oh, it's magic, you know. So, could I get an initiative, because you seem ready and it was going to be Carly, from Cromwell?
10.
Okay, from Carly.
21.
Genius Maisie.
16.
Down Neva.
22.
22. Okay, the order is going to be Aniva. Carly. Monster B. Maisie. Monster A. Cromwell. Monster C.
Charlie.
I called them, if you remember, Laurel and Hardy. So I suppose the third one would have to be Best to Keep.
No. So, first up.
I think we should call them Simon, Garfunkel, and Simon.
First up.
This looks like the same Cromwell mini.
Well, hang on.
Oh, I'm in my fighting mode already. Excellent.
Shall I put myself in fight mode?
That's up to you, isn't it? There you go. So, just as you can show here, you have all just been like charged upon by these beasts. Obviously, being shown by this, it's not how they look.
And none of them have struck yet.
None of them are struck yet. No, they all just like bam, or they sort of ran over as you were doing things.
I'm gonna hold my attack action until they attack me.
Okay, that's fine, Carly.
Right, I am going to cast, or I'm going to do this. And a dim, cool, relaxing dome of light will appear. Centered upon me. Which
Okay.
any minute now, I'll tell you how big it is. In a 30-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do a 30-foot dome? Can I do a 30-foot dome? Can I do a 30-foot
You can show the implication of it. Yes.
I could, but I don't know how to.
30 feet is there.
To me.
You're just inside it,
I
and
am.
it's a cool and twilight sort of slightly dimmer light. You feel like you're looking at if you ever go to an aquarium and they have one of those big tanks and the light is slightly green, that sort of dim green underwater kind of look.
Sure.
And you get a d6 plus 2 temporary hit points when you end your turn.
Does it say every creature in that, or does it say?
It says every creature in that, including me. Well, every
Okay.
creature I want to.
Does it say every creature you want to, or does it say every creature?
Big difference when there's 3 of them.
Yep.
I can grant that creature one of these benefits.
Cool. In which case, yes, it doesn't happen to the enemies.
But I'm not going to grant it to the
In
enemies.
which case, the second one.
That means,
one next to
so as
Maisie.
which means as my turn ends, I get a d6 plus 2 temporary hit points.
That is fair. I will say for the podcast, of course, the layout, I have not done that. Maisie, Neva, and Cromwell are around the pool. All facing or directly behind them are these creatures. Cromwell
Callie, not
is.
Cromwell.
I meant Carly. Cromwell is like 20 feet away. With no monsters around him. Monster B, which is next to Maisie, go and take a swipe. Go and take a swipe. Is it 12 hit?
No.
No. Just tries to swipe and you're ready. You're prepared. Just dodge straight out the way. Just over your head.
Yes.
Maisie, it's your turn.
I think As soon as the swipe goes over my head, the shoulder lights up and goes into my dagger again. The blue sheen.
Yep.
Hold on.
Holding.
I take. Oh wow. And then I'm going to take a stab at it with my good dagger.
Sure.
Natural 15 plus 6 for 21.
Yeah. Yes, that does hit.
3 lightning and 8 stabbing.
Damn, alright. Okay. It coils, you see this stab go through it, this of lightning shatter through it. It lets a little...
Does it look like it took damage, or does it reset like the other ones? The other one had.
As with the other one, when you made a cut, it doesn't bleed and the cut stays there. It's only when you sort of broke bones that things tend to seem to make a difference. At the end of your turn, Uno, the one next to Neva, is going to attack. And yes, you have
At the end of its turn.
It's going to attack first. Yes.
At the end of its turn.
At the end of Macy's turn, actually, as well, you get some.
No, at the end of the baddie's turn.
Yes.
What,
That's
are you
gonna go.
giving Maisie 10 HP from the end of her turn?
I am. She gets 1d6 plus 2. The bad guys, at the end of their turn, I were to try and dispel any charm that's on them. First time.
Sure. Too late to do that one because we're already 2 turns over, but you can do it for this one. So it's going to take an attack at Neva. Obviously, Maisie gets those temporary hit points.
So
it was
I get 4 back. Is it temporary hit points or HP back?
Temporary hit points. 1d6 plus 2 temporary hit points.
Because they don't. It's the one bit of balancing they did on Twilight Cleric. Because they don't stack, they just refresh.
Yeah.
Hey, Neva, does a natural 1 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, you take some damage.
No, it doesn't. I ain't gonna take no damage.
Hey, you're going to be sarcastic. I'll be sarcastic right from looking back.
You're the one that asked.
Tries to make a swipe at you and evidently just gets caught up in everything that's going on and just completely
Does it fall in the water?
It's 10 feet away from the water. It's not falling in the water.
Damn.
Even if I
Fall in the
dodge.
water.
Well, you could dodge, but your held action was to attack, which I assume you're doing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, do I get sneak attack even if it's a held?
Yeah.
I believe so.
It's once per turn if a friendly is within 5 feet.
Yeah.
And that's if I hit on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I've been out of this for too long. First one's 11.
Miss.
Second one's a 24.
Hits.
Nice.
You do get
Do I
sneak
get...
attack, but you don't get the damage bonus.
Yeah, okay.
I knew what you were going to ask.
You still get a sneak attack though, because it's the
Yeah.
first one that you hit.
Yeah.
7 altogether.
7 altogether. Fair enough. Yeah.
Alex sipping like that damage don't even matter.
You stab in, it recoils a little bit, you see the gap appear in its stomach. It's not all. Croomwelle.
I will, as my free action, shout out. Am I hitting them? Oh, do we risk potentially bringing a 4th one?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. Try and take him down.
Okay, and I will. We'll see what mini you have or don't have with this, Alex. I'd like to summon my Tentacle of the Deeps. If you happen to have a tentacle or something tentacular, that would be excellent.
I don't know, like a tentacle sort of looking thing.
Whoa!
That would
too
be
big.
excellent. That is actually only a little bit. You can make it a little bit bigger than that.
There's a test bar. We don't get the in between.
It's got 10-foot reach, so
That's fine.
can I move it around,
Yeah,
please?
yeah. I'm working on it.
That is excellent. Did you have that already, or is there because of this, or is this just something that is around?
That's Tailspar, baby. So Cromwell makes a tentacle appear.
Yeah, and it will attack the one next to Cal.
That is C.
Cal's the only one being nice to me. For what? It's a relative niceness. He did throw.
Nice.
Hey, Neva's never changed how she is with you.
You flip flop every week on how
that's
these are with
consistency.
me. That's a 17 to hit it.
It goes from Cromwell, you being loving and having Cromwell help you with your daddy issues, to throwing a mug at him. It's,
6 cold damage to the one next to Cal if a 17 hits.
Wonderful. A 17 does hit.
And I will do a Mind Sliver on it as well. So could it please make an intelligence save?
Sure. 12. It
12
does not.
fails. Takes. I nearly rolled a d4. That's not what I want. I want a d6. I think.
I have to roll a d4 next time. Or you have to roll it next time.
Oh, yes. No. 2 psychic damage to it. And it loses a d4 from its next save. Cal, do I get temporary hit points?
You do. D6 plus 2.
Nice.
Cool.
Wait, why didn't I get temporary hit point?
You did.
You didn't roll
You didn't-
for it, that's why.
Purdy
No,
didn't ask about it,
no,
and Mark didn't remind
no,
Purdy, so
no.
Yeah.
didn't get it.
No, hang on. It's because Neva went before Carly. She just held an action.
Oh, that's
No.
right.
Right, okay.
I was aware of this. C is going to attack Kali. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
5 damage.
5 damage.
Slashes across you.
Hey, watch it.
How long does your Charm of Divinity last, Mark?
1 minute, so
10 rounds.
10 rounds.
We move back on to Neva.
Shab.
Stop.
Oh, hang on. That one, when that one did that, at the end of its go, I would have tried to dispel any charm that was on it.
Any rolls for that, or is it just a thing?
No, it just happens.
Kill.
I'm presuming nothing appears to happen.
Nothing happens that you can tell.
Well, the first one was at 8.
Does not hit.
Second one is a 19. I can't fucking roll.
Does hit.
Multiply? Addition.
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 It's there.
I can't math.
You learn English.
Do I get sneak attack on that one as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Sneak
every
attack.
round.
Yes.
As long
Sneak
as
attack,
somebody's
but
next
not-
to me.
Yes, and you don't have disadvantage.
But
As
yeah,
long as somebody is next to it.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Or if you're using a ranged attack. But you don't get your modifier on this because you hit it with your offhand attack.
Yeah, I know that. 2.
It goes.
That's more reaction than we've got from them doing other stuff, so I...
Was there plus the sneak attack damage?
1 on both.
Wow.
No. Yeah. Yikes. Carly.
Pretty, please tell me these aren't the really fancy dice that I got you.
No, I don't dare use them too often. I'm using my rose quartz ones that I bought especially for Neva.
I think you need to try using the special ones because the rose quartz ones are not.
Them.
You're not gonna ruin them.
What about Carly's turn?
Also, some wear and tear will give them a special kind of character.
They're so pretty.
Carly.
So, fairy fire. It says any creature in the area. There's
Yeah, we'll all get got.
So if you don't save,
Yeah, they'll have an advantage on us as well.
so that's not good. Unless I can get 2 of them, I suppose.
Yeah, you can get the ones with Mavesy and Neva,
Yeah.
but
So
I mean, you guys are good at deck saves, so it might be worth the risk.
I don't know these 2 guys. It's
yeah, but he would also have to get himself, and he is not good at deck saves.
no.
2 out of 4 ain't bad.
No, I will cast fairy fire cube, which encloses that one and that one. I don't know what they're called. There's no
Press
names. Tab. Maisie and Neva. A and the one I can't see because there's a symbol over it.
A and B.
Text. A and B, yes. So I'm going to do a fairy fire. A and B, they get to do a
Dex
Dex
save.
13.
Oh. Well, A gets a natural 1, B gets a 16.
So one is lit up like a Christmas tree,
Mm-hmm. A.
and any attack against them gets advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes, that's the temp.
I guess some computers. Now, it doesn't say that it doesn't stack.
It says it in the rules about temp HP,
yeah,
not for the
temp
ability.
HP.
So what you can do is basically when you get a second source of temp HP, you get to choose which one you take. So if you have one at temp HP at the moment and you roll 6, it then just goes to 6.
But you carry on. I'll roll.
But if you had 6 and you rolled 1, you can keep the 6.
There are very few abilities that will say if it stacks, though, aren't there?
Yeah.
Essentially, if something comes from the same source, it doesn't stack. But just temp HP doesn't stack from any source.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could sit somewhere for a minute before this, getting a D6 plus every round, and then walk into a room.
That'd be
like
silly.
600 HP.
I have done my temp HP, and I am now going to say, look, calm down. We don't need to fight.
They're not going to listen.
B's turn. It is going to
Mm-hmm.
attempt to grapple Maisie.
I'm going to allow it.
You're going to allow it? Okay.
Because I was going to do the same thing to it.
It jumps forwards, and because you allow it, give me a... Well...
Can I try to turn it face the
Well,
water?
here's the thing. It's grappling you. I was going to say, do you allow the momentum to keep going, is the question. Because you will both go in. It's gripped on. You either try and resist the grapple, and then you can maybe get it over you, or you let the grapple happen and you both go in.
Let's both go in.
Okay, so it just like grabs onto you. You're just like, okay, and you just.
I hold back onto it as well. Like, you're not going anywhere.
You both just sink into this horrid goopiness, and Mason, you look at yourself, you like immediately turn into this just grey, completely different white hair, grey skin. You can't see your face, but everyone else can see, obviously this completely different face. It turns into this massive, amorphous, gloopy, muck type thing that's still grabbing around you.
I'm holding my breath since I know Cal said before that he couldn't breathe in it.
Sure. I'll say for now you're under, but you obviously can't come up as of next. It is your turn, though.
So if I want to try to stand up, am I able to do that while grappled?
Pond is too deep. You can try and break out of the grapple.
So it's not the 5 foot.
No, it's just that's the easiest way to show it. It's like 50 foot deep. It's a very deep pond.
Would it hold the grapple if it was sinking?
Huh? Would it hold the grapple if it's sinking?
Would it hold the grapple if it was sinking?
It is currently holding the grapple.
I'm going to try to stab it.
Okay, you're just like.
Yeah. 16 to hit on the first one.
Does hit.
Dirty 20 to hit on the second one.
Also hits.
So, okay. The first one is some good damage. 3 lightning and 10 stab.
Okay.
And the second one is 3 stab.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. You're just stabbing into this weird blobbiness, and it almost feels like when you pull out the knife, it's just like nothing's happening there. Like, it's just a weird blobbiness. You don't know if that's damage or not, but like it's almost liquid, A's turn. Now A has advantage against it. It's going to do a very similar thing. It's going to start jumping towards Neva. Are you going to let the same thing happen, or are you going to try and not get grappled?
Try and not get grappled.
Okay, then roll me an athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, is it? Just a casual.
With the new dice. Well,
yeah!
Oh, you've just
Good dice.
I told you!
With a natty 20, I'll be nice to you. It tries to jump and grab you. You're just like, fucking, I do not have time for this. You just step sideways and it goes, woo! It just lands in the pool behind you. Turns into
good, I get to fight too.
Cromwell, is your turn.
What are we doing? I wasn't expecting. Wasn't expecting to go in the slime. Okay. Someone stronger than me should probably go after them, and I will do the same thing again to Monster C.
Sure.
So, over 20 to hit with the tentacle.
Yep.
10 cold damage to it.
Sure.
And an intelligence save, please. Minus a d4 for Mind Sliver.
11.
Then 1.
1 is
1
something.
damage.
It is C's turn.
Am I getting temp HP, Cal?
Yes, I would assume. C's turn, and it is going to try and grapple Kale. But of course, the whole situation, it can't currently go into the water. So, Kale, are you going to try and resist the grapple, or just let it happen?
What
Oh,
are they?
trying-
Are they sinking?
It's been one
You said
round,
it's
but yes.
Okay, because I was going to say if they're descending, then there's a top layer, isn't it?
Yes, just not yet, because of the way rounds work.
Okay.
Yes, Kale, roll a athletics or acrobatics, depending on what you would like. Just don't even worry about it, it's a natural 1. Blimey, okay. It is going to fly forwards. And just, you know what, it's just going to land on top of this one.
Made it just like, guy.
There. It just lands. So even more gloop just on top of you. It's not a fun. You had control, and now you're just oh no, the light just blocks out.
Yeah.
All of them are just mixing together underneath you. Neva,
Can I see Maisie at all?
a little bit. She's there. You can see a hand or a foot every now and again.
Very grey, very pale.
If I go around to here, can I try and reach in and grab her out?
You will take an attack of opportunity from 3 of them,
Okay.
actually. Yep. Well, I'll start with the good news. 1 to 10. Oh, 2 of them are 10s.
Cool.
Then comes the bad news. The other one's an actual 20.
Huh.
So, you're going to take 14
Hey, wait.
damage.
I was gonna say, before you do that, do you get the temp HP at the beginning or end of your turn?
At the end of the
And-
turn.
End of, but you should have some currently.
I've not rolled any.
No, this
You
would be the
definitely
first
have
round.
some.
Oh, you definitely have to. You had to last time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's already gone past Neva once.
As?
It's gone past everyone
Yeah.
else twice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can I roll for it now?
D6
Yeah,
plus 2.
retrospectively.
So how much did you say? 14.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. You get slashed from one of them. It just gets you in the back of the leg, deep and hard, as you. It's kind of a weird gloopiness at this point, but yeah, as you run around to over where Maisie is.
Deep, hard impacts and a lot of gloop. Can't think of what else this might describe.
A chocolate factory.
I was thinking any Nickelodeon show in the 90s.
True. So what are you saying? What you doing?
Trying to reach in and grab her.
Okay. You could reach in and definitely grab Maisie. The question is, how good is your strength? So give me a strength to pull her out.
Could it instead be assistance on breaking free of the grapple check?
If she wants it to be.
Yeah, that'd probably be better.
Well, at the moment you're trying to pull out Maisie, who is being held by the creature.
Yeah, but it'd be better to assist in a attempt to get out of the grapple.
So you're gonna held action, basically.
Yeah.
Carly.
I would also turn around and attempt to grab Maisie.
Okay. I feel as though this is going to go quite well. I assume you're going to stand there then.
Yes.
Cool. You don't go out of range, so that doesn't count. B is which one? The one grabbing around Maisie is going to start. Is continuing holding on, it's going to start sinking. It's going to make an attack on Maisie. It's going to try. It's all a very confusing thing. Ooh, does a 14 hit you? I think it does because you don't have your armor anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
14 would hit with the armor.
4 damage. 4 damage.
Oh no, the temp HP.
And Maisie, it is your go. So if you try to break out, you'll have the other 2 rolling as well.
Is the advantage stacking?
Yeah, it's a double advantage.
A 12, a 16, a 17, so 23, 22. Break free.
Yeah. You do break 3? You break 3? Whatever that means. And I would say because the other 2 are grabbing you, you're immediately pulled upwards. I'll just put you on this space to make it easier. As they just like yank you outwards onto the land. A's turn. A is going to go this way and out over towards Neva.
Nope.
I've rolled a 1 on the temp HP die 3 times now.
It's only an 11 to hit.
It's the only thing that balances this ability.
11 doesn't hit, I presume.
Nope.
Wonderful. Cromwell.
This has all gone a bit strange.
Am I still gray when I come out?
For like 1 round. It starts fading almost immediately, but yes, you are like a completely different figure right now.
Cool.
I will just do the same thing that I have been doing, but on B.
Okay.
Natural 20 to hit with the tentacle, so it takes...
Yes.
Get me a gray figure and just call it Grazy as a morph.
17 cold damage. If it helps, by the way, Alex, anything that is hit by the tentacle has its movement speed reduced by 10. I've not mentioned it because this has all been like relatively close, but just in case. And then could I have an intelligence? Actually, I'll split it out. I have an intelligence save on A this time for mine's level.
Natural 1.
Cool.
Nice and easy.
2 damage.
Fair enough. I mean, it's not too perturbed. You smack it, it kind of like sinks a little bit down. C's turn. C is going to... It can't clumber out. I'm going to say it's going to try and attack... Who's turning on and off their flashlight?
Huh? What? Who? No, not me.
It's going to attack Carle with disadvantage because of the goop. Does a 12 hit?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't hit. Yeah, that's kind of it. Neva!
So it's tab for the name. Yes. She's going to attack A.
Okay. A, the one out of the water, which is slowly now changing back into this weird, like, humanoid form again.
First one's a 9.
Yep.
Second one is a 16.
16 hits.
Cool. So that's 1 damage then.
Good lord.
1 damage. That'll teach it.
So much. Carly.
I will cast Bless. Up to 3 creatures, which will be 3 friends. Whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you add a d4. Actually, I can't do that. I can't do that because that's concentration. I'm already using concentration for the... How am I?
Verify would still be up, I just don't remember which one it was for.
A. Which actually means that Puddy would have had advantage, so you can reroll that first one if you want.
Ooh! 22.
In which case the 22 does hit, so you can roll damage with modifiers.
Twilight Sanctuary is a little bit crazy, especially as you level up.
So that's fine, which means I can do Bless, and I will.
6 damage.
Nice.
Oh, wait, hang on. Wait. Oh, yeah. No, never mind, because it's retroactive. Never mind, ignore me.
Carly.
We're trying.
Yeah, so I will do bless, which means everyone gets a add a d4 to when they attack or when they save.
Okay. Bee's turn.
Was that on everyone but you, Cal?
Yeah, it's on you 3.
B is going to clamber out this way. And going to attack, or try to attack, can't I?
Oh, I didn't see that. That's fine. Yeah.
Does a 10 hit? These are low rolls.
No, a 10 does not hit.
Swipes this weird goopy stuff, just like slowly turning into a clawed, webbed hand as it swipes. Maisie.
I'm going to.
Good to have a mild internal crisis. It's fine.
Oh, Alex, I hate you. Why did you have to send me that as soon as you asked what do I want to do with my turn? Because now it's just, I know we get to like cut out like silences, but like give me a second.
I don't
That
know
wasn't a
what
silence.
you're talking
That make
about.
that feel better.
I'm just going to increase the crisis.
Stop. Alex, you
The
stop
silent
right
crisis.
now. What the fuck does that mean?
I've had an idea.
What does that mean?
Must feel nice. What do you want? It's not that simple.
No, I know what they want. You just told me what they want. I don't know what the fuck that means, though.
I too don't know what that means. How about you, Purdy?
No.
Mark, any ideas?
New.
I think it means something very subtle.
I think it means, well, they're just trying to tell you that they're gluten intolerant, Rowan, and you're not being very respectful right now.
It does have to do with food.
And intolerance.
Yup.
There you go. I'm right on the money all the time, every time, guys.
Go ahead, take your. Wait, is that one actually there? Because that one was above the other one that was sinking, right?
Yeah, it's moved. It's moved to there, but it will have an
Oh.
attack of opportunity at disadvantage because it's in the goop.
Okay.
You're moving away. That doesn't help with my idea.
Wow, I rolled 2 4s.
Cool.
Where are you going? This isn't helpful for what I want to do. Oh.
So Maisie runs away from the water over towards over towards Cromwell.
I mean, this is towards me. I'm not sure why.
towards Cromwell, between Cromwell and the beast, well, one of the beasts.
I'm going to use my chain blade to attack the one that's attacking Neva right now.
Okie dokie. Well, you
Oh,
try.
that's a right. I have advantage on that one.
Yes, you doodles.
15 to hit.
It does hit. You swipe this blade outwards and it just grabs it in the back and you pull away, letting a little of goopiness that's still residual come off.
And that is that is 10 damage.
Ooh. Nice. A's turn. It is going to turn around going, excuse me, what did you just do to me?
Hold on. I want to do one more thing because I didn't
Okay.
use my bonus action.
Okie dokie.
Can I use my Tavern Brawl grapple as well?
Does that have to be 5 feet away?
When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon, I don't know if that counts as an improvised weapon. Probably not.
It's no, because it's not an improvised weapon, it's just your weapon. Unfortunately.
Okay. Well,
You can
probably going to walk up
attempt-
to me anyway.
You can attempt to turn that attack into a grapple. A very low chance because you didn't initially want to do that, but
Well, I wanted to grapple and then pull. Or attack then pull, not just grapple.
no. That would be a whole action of its own. It is going to look at you going, excuse you.
Don't forget your
Temporary
hit
HP.
points.
And it's going to
Thank
wander
you.
over to you. Try
Hey,
and
Neva,
attack.
you get an attack of opportunity.
You do. With advantage. And it rolled a 12 to hit me.
Did not.
I believe that's going to be a 23.
That does hit you. Stab it in the back as it runs away. If you want to, of course.
Of course I do. Do I get the modifier on this?
Yes.
Cool, 5.
5 damage. Ooh, now it has a decision. Who does it hit more? Although Maisie did more damage. Cromwell, you're now looking at this whole situation.
Yes, I don't like that this is moving closer to me, so thanks for that, Rowan.
Oh, no problem. Nothing personal. It's just the voices.
Usually that's followed with a...
Why am I the only person who's concerned about that? Everyone else seems to just be like, yeah, Maisie's hearing voices. That's fine and normal.
No, you know what? Initially, I was like, I had full trust in these voices. At this point, I'm kind of with you. And I don't know if this is okay, but I think Maisie would still keep going with it. So,
well, I have to use my bonus action to do a thing, so the tentacle isn't going to attack because I've had an idea.
No.
I'm going to use my bonus action to make telepathic contact with Maisie.
Okay.
I'll say, testing, 1, 2, 3. Are you receiving?
I hear you.
Thanks. Take the coin out of the bag and put it in the pool.
Okay.
It's the only thing we took from a clearing that didn't disappear or turn into something else. So maybe we've been carrying around the thing the whole time.
Okay. Can I insight? Well, no, that insight won't help. Sure.
Okay, breaker, over.
What do you do as your action then?
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
You're gonna run away from the approaching situation.
5, yeah. And then I'm going to, because I don't want it brought closer to me. And then I will, I'll mind sliver on A. So an intelligence save, please.
17.
Nothing happens.
You jam.
Oh wait, no. It has to minus a d4 because it failed it last time. 4, making it 13, which means that it does happen.
Are you adding your d4 when you're attacking?
This is not an attack; it is a saving throw.
Yeah.
4 psychic damage and a d4 to your next save.
Sure. Winces. C's turn. That is the one in the water who's going to attack Neva. Disadvantage.
They can move out the water first.
Just so lucky that was at disadvantage. It's kind of just right around at this point. The one was a natural 20, but the other one was a 10.
That does not hit.
No, it doesn't. Neither. It's your turn.
So, no, last one. C is still in the water,
Yes. I mean,
but they're the one that's
yeah.
attacking me.
Yes. They're kind of like writhing and swiping from inside the water. It's getting like a mix of goopiness and other goopiness.
Nah, she'll attack them.
Okay.
19 on the first one.
Hits.
Natural 1 on the last one.
You fall in. No.
Plus a
you just miss on the
D4.
second. You just miss on the second, on the last one. The D4's not going to make any difference.
Well, d4 then, first one anyway.
Yes. So the first one hits, second one doesn't.
Oh, and I get sneak attack because Scarlet's next to it.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
You just jab at this like stuff in the water, which is just writhing around. Calais.
And I get the temporary hit points, don't I?
You do.
Yeah.
They don't stack though, do they?
Nope.
No, it's just you you only take the higher number.
Yeah.
If you're 10,
D6 plus 2 to hit the high number.
well, you're wrong. But anyway,
I am going to Sacred Flame, the one in front of me here on my right. Is to say that's not
Okay.
doing anything because I'm not. B.
yes.
Sacred Flame, which is Dex 13.
Oh, I rolled that by accident, but I'll take it anyway. 12.
Yay!
Portals, because I can't read that dice.
And that is 8 points of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, this bluish flaming dust around it. As it rinses and Bane Bee's turn, who you just attacked, so it's going to attack back. 3.
That's going to miss.
It's just like blinded by this light, swiping at you wildly, letting out one of these screams. Yeah, it's not gone very well. Maisie,
Are you going to throw the coin in the water?
I will tell you the coin of the water will be a bonus. It's not a huge action to do.
I don't know what that means. Yeah,
means it only takes a bonus action.
no. No. You know what's worse is Alex could be just doing this in like voice chat, but him messaging it to me makes me feel crazy.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I want it to be isolated.
Okay. Yeah, I'll toss the coin in there just to see what happens.
It just starts sinking.
Happy?
I mean, did it change?
Nope.
Did it change? No. It's just a coin.
It's worth a try.
Alright. Is this one behind me still looking at me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
And go 5, 15, 20, 25.
You run over to Cromwell.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
What are you doing?
I don't know, man. The voices are loud.
Okay. That doesn't fill me with hope.
Me neither.
A's turn. It's gonna charge after you and attack you, Maisie.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Finally. 3 damage. Pathetic. Cromwell, Maisie ran over. This thing's run over. It's like in your face right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see.
Is it acknowledging Cromwell at all?
Not currently. It's fixated. on you.
Just so you're aware, Rowan, you are out of the sphere there.
Yeah, that's fine.
My turn.
Yep.
Why?
I don't know either, man.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna do me because I don't like whatever it is that you're doing. So I'm gonna Misty Step. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, 6 is there.
A question that everyone hates to hear. What level is Misty Step?
It's second level.
Second level. You don't Misty Step. You expect to Misty Step. You do not Misty Step.
Okay. Why?
What the fuck is that?
You assume that your spell has been blocked.
Okay.
So you will stay there.
Okay.
Very strange.
No.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just here for the ride. I don't know what you're talking about.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, well in that case, I will just take the disengage action and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it for my turn, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Alex says no.
It ain't me. C is going to crumble out of... Crumble? I don't know what that means. Out of the water.
Crumba.
And attack Carla.
Was there any kind of effect, Alex? Like a counter spell or something?
I mean, is it made obvious? I don't know. Is it really like a... I will
There
give
is
you...
a component to there's a verbal component to Misty
So
Step.
we never do like components.
Yeah.
Well, so you did your Misty Step. I will say it was like an aura. It was like you were in like an area in which that wouldn't have worked for some reason.
Okay.
What was I doing? Oh, attacking Cromwell. Not Cromwell, Carly. With another 3. I need to change bloody dice. What the?
No, don't chase the dice. That dice is fine.
Neither.
Yeah, just keep going for C. First one's 16.
Hits.
Second one is 14.
Also hits.
Oh, okay.
I was just thinking as well, Maisie, you would have seen a spell try to be cast by Cromwell, who would have then looked very surprised and just run away.
12 altogether.
Very nice. Just keep stabbing this thing relentlessly as it's kind of like thrashing around. Carly?
Well, see, I get the impression that this isn't going anywhere, but I'll try anyway. So, the guy, which one is it? We'll continue on the same chapter, which is B.
B is the one you went for last time, of course.
I'm going to fire 3 magic missiles.
Yes, I was going to say they have disadvantage. They don't have any kind of a roll to attack. Yes, 3 just straight into its chest, leaving these big holes in its chest.
Which is 3d4 plus 3, which is 4, 5, 9, 12. 12 points.
Very nice. It's B's turn, who's going to just you know what? It's going to try and grapple you again.
Where's the
Athletics or acrobatics to avoid this if you wish.
Athletics or acrobatics? Is this a...
No. It's trying to grapple you.
It doesn't make any difference because my dexterity save is non-existent.
It's not a
I will
dexterity
go
save, it's an acrobatics
for
or an athletics.
acrobatics, and it is going to be 10.
7. It tries to grab onto you and you just like
7. Not
push
7.
away.
10.
Yes, I know, it rolled a 7.
Oh, it rolled a 7.
It
Oh,
will
sorry,
be
oh, okay. All right.
It tries to, you know what, at this point, natural 20.
Change the dice, Alex. At this point, just switch the dice.
I'm gonna start rolling the d30 of it. It tries to grab onto you, you just slap away its hands like, no thank you. Maisie, it's your turn.
Go ahead, do the thing you're gonna do. Fuck you. Oh, what? Fuck you! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! If you type the same shit again, next thing you type, better make.
Never. This crisis is fun.
Okay, you know what? You know what? Fine. Fine, voices. I'll listen.
There's just like this flare in Maisie's shoulder, just these cracks going up her neck, getting more and more vibrant. As her eyes are starting to go a little more manic.
Guys, Maisie's being weird!
I'm running. You can make your attack of opportunity if you wish.
That's a natty 20.
Do it.
Oh, that's boring. It's only 10 damage.
And then I want to grapple Cromwell.
That's a contest.
Sure.
Everyone else just sees Maisie charge at Cromwell. You go to grab.
15.
17.
You grapple. Cromwell, you were extremely surprised by Maisie just charges at you and just grabs you.
I can tell you for a fact that I'm not. She started subtly, for the podcast I'm doing, finger air quotes, moving towards me, and then was like, fine, I'll listen to the voices, as her thing flares up and she runs towards me.
Well, either way, she grabs you, and you try to wriggle, you're like, uh-oh. It is a... Are you going to do anything from that point? Not much.
Am I able to spin around?
You've used your action, so no. We keep grapple.
But you can renew your temporary hit points.
Okay.
Yes,
Can I?
you can.
Am I still
Yeah,
am I in range again?
Yeah, you are now.
We've moved back in range here, I think.
Cool.
A is going to charge over, and it's going to.
Oh, that's not the right die.
It's going to attack Maisie, or try. 11. It misses.
Nope.
Cromwell.
Help! Please! It's just being really weird.
I'll be over shortly. Bit busy
I
at the
really like
moment.
this. So I'm going to move my Tentacle of the Deep.
Okay.
I can move it 30 feet, which means it can get to 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa! It went all the way over there. So I can move it and use it to attack because it's basically a spiritual weapon. So I'll roll the. Yeah. That's a nat 1. But I'm a halfling. I get to re-roll nat 1s. It's not much better. It's an 8 plus 6 for 14.
That'll hit.
That hits.
Cool. That's 8 cold damage, plus you have -10 to your move speed. And I will mind sliver you, so please can I have an intelligence saving throw?
I have +2 against this.
You do!
Natural 20
Okay.
for a 24 total.
What a wasted +2.
Yeah.
What a wasted nat 20, you only needed a 14.
Yeah.
Your odds was literally like 40%.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mind sliver doesn't work, but, you know, the tentacle just come over and just bap in the back of the head.
Yeah.
C's turn.
I can't believe that you're not out yet from all the hits that you've taken. That's nuts.
I'm not looking great.
C is going to, against what is currently what you would expect, charge this way. Yes, you get opportunities of attack. To here. Over to Cromwell and Maisie.
Oh god! It's taking control! She's controlling all of them! Well,
So
they're
if you wanna
controlling her!
If you want to make attacks of opportunity, you can do.
I will make it down. Now, what you said? One of them things.
And it's going to... It's going to strike at Cromwell.
It can do that?
Yes! Why wouldn't it be able to?
It's
Because
only
you're
going to be an
also a
11,
poop
though.
monster.
It's only going to be
An 11 misses.
But it does swipe at Cromwell. And everyone's like, hold up. Did you guys make opportunity attacks? Is it
I did Dex 13 save.
It has to be a melee attack. You can't do a spell.
In that case, I'll hit it with my club.
Mhm.
19. No, 20. Dirty 20.
Hits. Nib.
That is 2 points of damage.
You're muted. That's why we didn't hear it.
I've been telling you. 21 to hit, and I've got 7 damage.
Nice. And how much damage from Clay?
2. He's not very good with his mace. It's not his fault.
Neva, it's your turn. You're very confused, I would imagine.
Yep. She just followed.
Pineapple, pineapple!
Macy
She
screams.
clearly got insane!
Neva's like, I remember this meant something.
No, I
I don't know what to tell you.
Maisie says with these crazed eyes and red coming up her neck.
Clearly someone is the problem here!
can I try and grapple Cromwell, please?
Yes, you can. Cromwell, I don't really know how these rules work. Just make a contest with disadvantage, I guess, because you're already grappled.
Sure.
What do I roll? Is it just a natural, like just a
Athletics.
Athletics for you.
athletics?
You've only got to beat a 7.
Well, I got a 7 too, but mine's a -1.
Yeah.
You're initiating it, so mine would beat yours, I think.
Yeah. So Neva tries to grab, but you're just wriggling around trying to get out of this situation. She just gets battered away a little bit. Carly?
Conversation, as in words and things, don't take any any time to speak of.
Yeah,
So I
but
shall say, Maisie, what are you doing?
Help! Please!
They said don't let him be. Don't let him escape.
But he wasn't trying to escape, was he?
He was staying away.
She said pineapple!
I didn't give him the code word.
What's
I
pineapple
didn't
got to
give
do
him
with
the
this?
code word.
The chaos is so good.
What's pineapple
Alex,
got to
are
do
you
with
proud
this?
of yourself?
There's so much time leading to this exact chaotic moment. I'm just like,
The
what is
ranged
going
attacker
on?
was staying at range. No! How devious!
Oh, what's Kale doing?
I can't. I'm not going. I'm not going to run away because I shall end up getting his hit by this chap here.
Mm-hmm.
So for the moment, I'm going to continue to beat up this guy, which is going to be a Dex 13 save.
7.
So he takes 5 damage.
Sure. It's its turn, and it's going to run away
What?
over to this situation over here.
Who's it going to go for?
It's going to attack Cromwell as well. Cromwell, I mean, does a 23 hit?
It's time.
Yes.
It slashes you for 6 damage.
Cool. It takes 5 cold damage from Armor of Agathis.
It like slashes past, and there's just this shock of cold going through it. Maisie, your turn.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Attack of opportunity when it ran away.
Go for it.
I think you'll be
I think
taking
I'd forgotten that your mace swing would just...
my mace swing of a dirty 20.
hits.
Take this! 1 point of damage. He goes down.
It dies. I will say, as with some of these have previously, that attack on you, Cromwell, it is going to also attempt to... Actually, no, I forgot that it... If it hits, it gets grappled. So it slashes you, you attack back, but it stays grabbed onto you. Like claws through the chest kind of grabbed onto you.
Where?
I blame you, Maisie. This is your
Okay.
fault.
A is going to also attack Cromwell for a 19.
Did we skip my turn?
Yes! Maisie.
I want to reposition myself.
Okay,
But
well, it is now
maintain my
grappled
grapple.
onto- Okay. That should be possible.
I want to go there.
Is that all you're doing?
Actually, I'll go right next to Neva. But yes.
You take 2 attacks of opportunity if you do that.
Only if they attack.
Well,
Only
yes,
they-
if they do that, but
I figured Alex knew that.
that's
They
what
do
they've
not.
done so far.
They do not. A is going to attack Cromwell, which I said was a 19, which did hit, which means you're taking... I didn't roll it. Ooh, fun. That's 10 damage. And it's going to
Cromwell's
also
out.
grapple into you. It grapples into Cromwell, and Cromwell falls limp. Major, we'll let you at this point, slightly out of initiative, let go if you want to. It's up
Yes.
to you. You let go. Cromwell, you are
Crumples.
out, so roll a best saving throw, basically.
11.
That is
Success.
positive. C is also just going to grapple on, because you can't avoid it now. Neva, do you do anything? You see all 3 of these beasts have now just grappled onto Cromwell.
What the hell's going on?
It said to feed them.
No. She will attack. B.
Okay.
First one is 12. Second one's
Misses. They both missed. You're just so disoriented. You try and swing, and it just everything throwing you off kilter. Kale?
I'm going to come up behind A.
Cal, did the voice in your head tell you to feed me to a monster?
Multiple
Weirdly?
monsters, thank you very much.
Weirdly, it did not, no. And I am going to attempt to break its grapple. I suppose by hitting it really hard. Or something.
Oh, you can roll a athletics to see if you can pry its arms off of Cromwell.
I will try that. I mean, it's not going to work because my athletics is not good, but I will try.
Athletics.
Athletics is even worse. -1. I'll certainly give it a try. That is a 16.
It's against a 19, I'm afraid. It is clamped hard.
Ooh, let's go! Let's go!
And then it's going to be B, who is going to hold an action. Maisie.
Did Cromwell get some temporary hit points at the end of his go? Does it make any difference?
I don't know if it... The thing that shows up temp HP has disappeared on D&D Beyond because
Yeah, I
of
don't
its
think you can
HP.
get temp when you are...
So I will assume not.
I'm going to step here and take the dodge action.
Okay. A is going to hold an action. Cromwell is out, so roll another death save.
13.
13, another positive. C, at this point, all three of them are going to take their actions at the same time. They all run off, all clinging onto Cromwell. They run off, and as they run through into the forest and we end our initiative, you can see in the distance, like, this figure of Cromwell just be, like, torn into pieces as they separate off in different ways. And everything just kind of, like, falls silent. The tentacle just...
Can neither turn around
And then
slap Maisie?
No time. As you start to turn around, all three of you are launched backwards through bushes, through leaves, the same teleporting feeling that you felt previously as you land outside of the fountain that you started this journey on. All of you, and Jay, and Cromwell, all feeling extremely disoriented. Not sure if time has passed, you're not sure, as Jay appears and is just like, oh, for God's sake, that took forever!
I know, right? I mean, you guys really sucked at that. Just the worst.
Absolutely terrible.
Do we remember what's happened?
100%. Remember everything.
Neither's still gonna slap Maisie.
What the heck was all that about?
I mean, I'm a little insulted, to be honest.
I
On
would be too.
multiple
I would be too.
multiple levels.
Granted, I didn't see it at first, but, like, you know.
Didn't see what?
Everything. I mean, just it took you guys so long to figure it out, and then even then, you didn't really commit. Just
Figure
just
what out?
clearly that wasn't me. I mean,
I just looked at the
obviously, I was obviously replaced. I have been sat in a room with a big screen, seeing the whole thing.
I was there
How
for
was
that last
that
bit.
clear?
It didn't act like me. Did things that I would never do. Said things I would never say.
Okay, then why did I turn gray?
That I have no idea.
Beats me. I think we're going back to the you're from a different dimension theory.
Alien.
It acted very much like you.
Not at all like me.
Very much like you.
There were a couple of instances where I can see where it might have been hard to give you credit. I could absolutely dominate you in a fight like it did, but
no, you really couldn't. That actually does not.
It seemed to have all my powers, so you know, in a versus, it was pretty clear.
Was that us winning?
Oh, I should say at that point, also, Cromwell has in his hand a little green orb.
I think I'm the winner really here. I've got it. So
I'll slap Neva back.
Yeah.
you weren't right to do what you did.
Why did you slap me?
You literally, what I thought was Cromwell sent him off to be eaten by creatures.
Yeah, you still weren't right to do what you did, Maisie. Just because you got the result that encourages you doesn't mean it was the right thing to do.
Well, I have to say that's remarkable. It was
mean,
a very,
you
very
I like
good crumble. I have to say I was very suspicious, but I didn't really want to. I wasn't certain enough to, to attack a friend.
I mean, this Cromwell frustrated me a
Well,
little bit more.
I mean,
bit, but not much.
Judging by what I saw, how good of friends are we? You guys said and did some horrible stuff.
Because your avatar was being horrible to us, of course.
What you got to remember here is everything that I did in there was fake. Everything you guys did was real.
And I'd do
You know,
it
you're
to you again.
You're starting to sound a lot like your evil doppelganger there.
Yeah, I mean,
He had a couple of good points.
I have seen through this Cromwell facade from the beginning. This is why I couldn't tell that they were different, because they are not.
We're 100% different. I'm just a bit ticked off at you guys. You know, next time Maisie gets a voice in her head and says, "Oh, the voice in my head told me to feed this person I know to a monster."
Well, obviously not.
This result is only going to encourage her.
First of all,
didn't.
We already established that these things can't kill us. So no matter what happened to you, you wouldn't have died.
Jay, does that bring you any comfort, having been dragged off by a monster?
Was I in a completely different thing to everybody else?
It's a school-sanctioned thing. They're not gonna kill us.
Really, you believe that?
Yes.
I believe that. Yes.
I would also believe that.
I don't believe it.
Things
go wrong. Things go wrong all the time.
No. If you think of every time we've had any of these challenges where something appeared dangerous, it never was. There was always a safety net involved. But I have to say, Cromwell, it was a very good simulation of you, but it was, it was getting more and more obvious there was something very wrong.
It did
I
seem
didn't notice at
purposely
all.
antagonistic.
Yeah, I don't antagonize you guys.
What is like?
You can be admitted like that sometimes,
I
Cromwell.
will say, not that I know your dynamic as much, but like it seems Cromwell's been lovely to you recently, Neva, with all your family stuff that I don't quite understand.
I thought we genuinely turned a corner, but apparently not.
I think, Neva, you got to be a bit more, should we say, accepting of Cromwell's little idiosyncrasies. He's a bit.
That was Joe, not Cromwell.
Yeah, he's a bit plain speaking at times, but his heart's in the right place. He's never.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm from the streets. You've not spent much time with people like me.
I think.
I
Yes.
don't plan to.
I think you should. Perhaps.
Classist.
Whoa.
You see, I have.
Careful, Neva. You sounded a lot like Mom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I spent my life in a comfortable, living comfortably in a monastery, but I've spent a lot of my time with the poor, and they can be a bit rough and ready, but there's a lot of stuff going on in their background that makes it a bit less, should we say, smooth around the edges. But most of them have their heart in the right place.
Yeah, I will say I've also grown up in like
A palace.
not a palace. I'm on your side for this one, Cromwell.
I know.
Well, I don't have time for this. I've got more important stuff to do.
Well, that's very telling.
Oh yes. No, I know what she's talking about, and I'm not 100% sure that's a great idea, but you do you. That's fine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I walk away.
She wants to find her missing friend.
None of her friends are missing.
Franklin.
It's her friend, not your friend.
Yeah, none of her friends. Sometimes we just got to look out for each other.
I feel like
I think you're right.
Maisie you should go after.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I think Maisie, you got to think how Maisie feels, not just how you feel.
We can ask Maisie how she feels. She stood right next to us.
I mean, Neva. You don't think Neva?
I mean, I will say one thing for my doppelganger is he got the twin thing down pat. Like, even Cal can't tell the difference between you guys.
Maisie walks after
Yeah, Maisie and Neva, they walk off.
No, Neva, you've got to remember that. Okay,
She's gone.
we don't. I'm talking to Cromwell.
Oh, I see.
You got to remember that she likes him, and that's her decision. So,
Yeah, I'm not convinced that it is her decision. I think there's some. I mean, we already found a magical implant in her shoulder, so.
And I'm with you on that. I think there's something funny going on here, but at the same time, at the moment, until it's proved otherwise, she likes him. He is her friend. We have to support him.
What's her friend? He's dead.
Well, maybe, but either way, we have to support her, don't we? That's what
He shouldn't be
friends
dead.
do. That's what friends do. They support.
I don't want to change the topic too much of something that's like been going on. I have to bring up Cromwell. How comfy were those seats that we were sitting in?
Oh, fantastic. The reclining.
Yes,
It was brilliant. And a seat for a person of every size.
right?
That's all I'm asking for.
Every size, and
Clearly
there was
not very
drinks,
difficult.
And there was snacks. That was beautiful.
What was that stuff? What was that white stuff that they gave us? It was quite dry and it had little like almost like seeds in it in the cardboard
Right.
boxes. I've never had that. Yes. I don't know what it was.
Was it salty or was it sweet?
There was a mix of both. It was very Moorish.
Meanwhile, Neva,
I'm gonna go hand in the thing.
yeah, you wander off to hand in the thing. I will give you that one. Neva, you are storming off and catching up to you. Maybe your speeds are kind of different these days. Maisie's just like trotting on and catches up.
Are you going after him now?
I'm going to go do stuff.
You're. That could not be more ominous. Is this stuff dangerous, and should I follow you, or
No,
should I?
no, I
Insight
just
check.
don't.
17.
Roll a deception or persuasion.
I mean, she's just very clearly lying. That might be a Purdy thing, though, rather than a Neva thing.
10.
Well, the 10, is it the truth?
It is the truth.
There you go.
Look, I don't want to tell you because you'll stop me. And it's not dangerous. It's just something that you would not want me to do.
So I'll follow you and find out, or you can tell me now.
I'm going to call Mum.
Why?
It's pretty obvious I'm getting nowhere with finding Franklin.
Okay. You just started, but okay.
It's been... How many... Is it 6 or
Yes,
7?
man. It's been 1 week.
This is still the 6th day. It's been 6 days that he's been missing.
You're one person?
I'm one person, exactly. I need to call Mum. She needs to let his dad know. His mum would be worried, sick if she found out.
I'm sure they know, right? Cops are involved.
Well, if they knew, they would be here.
Would they?
It's Franklin. It's not like
That's-
if we went missing.
Ouch. Okay.
We both know that if we went missing, Mum and Dad would just let the cops deal with it. Franklin, however, is their prized boy.
That's just weird that they wouldn't have let them know. But sure. If someone else is going to handle it, that's great.
I need him back.
Not going to get into that, but sure. Okay.
I need him back so he can watch me move on.
That I can get on board with.
Thank you. Now I'm going to go call Mum. Can you get on board with that?
Yeah, just don't tell her that I'm there.
Okay.
Or about the gray thing. That was weird.
That was just something that happened in the thing. That's nothing.
One of the illusions.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wander off back towards your dorm. And eventually get into it'll be Neva's room. Are you going to call straight away? I mean, it's like I forget what time. It was evening time, I believe.
Would we have gotten back before them?
No, well, Carly, maybe too, and Jay. Actually, no, because they're going straight there, so you'd be after, and you're going through the place to hand in the thingy first.
Okay.
So they'd get there first. You gonna call your mum straight away?
Mm-hmm.
You phone up. One of your little talks down. It answers, and a very familiar face answers up in your maid. It's not your mother. It's like, oh, are you right? Oh, Neva, lovely. Is Maisie there?
E.
Yeah,
Yes.
you right?
Hi.
Oh, lovely to hear from you. How are you doing after the,
After I died, oh, I'm fine.
well, yes, to put it crudely.
But yeah,
Neva's
as much
got
as
an
I
important thing.
would- yeah, as much as I'd love to talk to you, where's Mum?
Oh, I think she's in a study at the moment. You know what it's like this time of evening. I take control of the phones,
Yeah.
the talk stones.
I really need to talk to her.
Well, I can attempt to pass along. Yeah, give me just 1 second, love. So you use the phone just like onto the ground. There's like a hologram of nothing.
I miss B.
Me too.
About 5 minutes or so later, things picked back up, and not the same loving face of B that you maybe hoped for. It's the stern, thin face of your mother who's just looking through, just like, yes,
Hi, Mother.
Neva, Maisie.
I'm hiding again.
I am very much.
I know you're there, Maisie.
Maisie, she knows you're here. Just pack it in.
B told me that you're there.
I am very much aware you sent Franklin to keep an eye on me.
Yes, is this supposed to be a secret?
No. However, he's not contacted you recently, has he?
I have no agreement for him to contact me.
Mm-hmm. He's been missing for 6 days.
It seems unlikely. I feel I would have known.
Yeah, funnily enough, you didn't. Something happened. We went to go visit some friends. He waited outside to guard because he was annoying the hell out of us.
Listen, I don't know what kind of game you're attempting to play, but I know for a fact that the guards would have told me, or at least his family, if he had gone missing.
Mother,
If you don't want him there, that is not in your choice.
I am telling you this because I need your help.
I would know if this had happened.
Franklin
I have
has
very
been
important
missing
things
for 6 days, Mother.
If he had... Neva, if
There was
he
a
had been
gunfight
missing-
and everything.
If he had been missing, I would know. I do not have time for this evening. You know I
Funny
am a
enough,
busy
you
woman.
don't know, though, do you?
I
Hence
do not
why
have
I
time for
am
this
telling
evening.
you.
You are not to
We'll
speak to your
make
mother
time
like this.
for it.
You are not to speak to your mother like this.
And what are you going to do about it, Mother?
I brought you up better than this. I have things to be doing.
You brought me up to fight for what I believe in.
I brought you up to be a respectable young child. Or at least I thought I did. Maisie,
What?
I would expect this kind of
Fuck
stuff.
you.
Maisie, don't speak to Mum like that.
Like I said, I am extremely busy. If you really want to pass things along, I will pass you back to B for whatever shenanigans you have going on.
Mother, please,
And she just, the
just
phone
listen
drops
to
down
me.
to the thing again, and you hear it just a clop, 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 clop.
You can just tell B to tell the Von douchebags.
Von Bellingham.
There's a few minutes later that just the phone's picked up again. There's a much more like down B. Is just like, I don't know what happened, but she's not happy.
B, please help us. Please.
Well, I'll do what I can, but I don't know what you need.
Franklin's been missing for 6 days.
Well, your mother doesn't seem to believe it.
I know she doesn't, but I know you believe me.
Well, even if I did, love, there's not a lot I can do. I don't have power.
I know you don't, but give me the Von Benningham's contact.
Oh, I don't have that. I can do my best to pass a message, but you know what it's like over
you
here.
know you can get it. Please help
Yes, but
me.
not through the proper channels. And as much as I do love you girls, there's not a lot I can. I'm not gonna risk. I have a family, Eva. I need a job.
I understand. I'm sorry for asking to put you in that situation.
Oh, I know what you're asking. I do wish I could help more, but if I don't have this, and if my name has a bad word against it, I won't get another job.
No, don't worry about it. You're not going anywhere. I promise.
If you want me to try and pass a message, I can do that. No guarantees.
I have another way of trying.
You do.
But I may be back in touch.
Alright, well, you know the number.
Thank you. Miss you, B.
Miss you too. And
Miss
you,
you.
Maisie.
You too.
It's the phone.
Give me 5 minutes to get my backstory.
Sorry, you're what?
About this time, I would say Cromwell and the rest will sort of appear back. It's up to you whether you had anything in mind.
Is your door open?
No,
Cool.
it's locked.
As I walk past, I'll just wave my wand at it. Your door begins to smell like shit.
Oh
That's
no.
cool.
Both your doors.
Maisie, you just assume that Neva's farted.
I just assumed that Maisie's farted.
Yeah, you just assume each other's farted.
Cool. It will last for an hour.
Right. She'll talk stone, Lucinda.
Now you're gonna make me go back into it. Who is this? Come on.
Lucinda and Sebastian Blackwood are not only Neva's best friend, but it's also Franklin's best friend.
I remember the name Blackwood. These are the inventors of the minigun, right? From the dungeon we were in.
These are more of the same horrid people, aren't they?
No, these are
the
nice
nice
people.
ones.
These are the nice ones.
These are the
Yeah,
nice two out of the horrid
have
group.
your. I don't have your thing up. That's fine.
There's
Lucinda
only like
is
one set of
Neva's
nice
best friend.
people in our backstories. You can't mistake them.
I don't know. Your backstory is like this person's a piece of shit. This person's a piece of shit. This person's a piece. That's all your backstory says.
This one's nice and this one's nice.
Okay, you phone up.
No,
Lucy.
we love the Blackwoods.
Okay, you phone up Lucy, and there's it rings for a little bit before you get like you get an answer of it's late-ish. You see Lucinda in like some very, very like nice satin silk kind of pajama type look, and she's just like, "Hello,
Lucy.
oh, it's been up. You haven't called anywhere near as much as you said you would.
I know, I'm really sorry. I've been really, really busy.
Is Maisie
Is
there?
Ash there?
Hi, I died.
No, it's just me at the what? Oh, I heard
Yeah, she-
something about some drama.
Yeah, she died. That's a very long story that we will get into, I promise, but
Better.
I need Bash.
Not here. I don't know where he is.
Oh.
I can pass the
Franklin's gone
message.
missing.
You know what he's like in the what? Well, he's
Frank-
sorry. Hang on. You know what he's like in the evenings? He wanders off. Franklin's gone. This isn't anything that's gone past us.
So when Maisie died, they sent Franklin to keep an eye on me, and let's just say my roommates decided that they didn't want him to keep following us like he was. I mean, it was pissing me off too.
He put a tracker in Neva's back.
Creepy.
He did
Yep.
that.
So I'm confused as to why we don't know. Well, I mean, I guess
I
we
don't
wouldn't have been
know.
told.
I rang my mum and she's saying that she would have been told if that it really happened. She doesn't believe me.
Well, I mean, I can't come along, and
I know.
my brother neither. But I mean, I can possibly get. I've completely forgotten his name. Remember the time 3 years ago finding things? It doesn't matter. There was that sort of not police guy.
You mean Tony?
Maybe. I can try and get him to come along. I mean, I've got some spare cash. We can chuck him your way.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. I just was hoping that Bash could possibly get in touch with the Von Benhams.
Maybe. I don't know where he is at the moment. He goes for days at a time these days.
Why is he never around when we need him?
Don't ask me.
Yeah, just tell him when he gets back that I've called and I need him to call me back.
Okay.
Please. Thank you. And I promise we'll catch up a lot more. And you have got to come over here on the breaks because you would love it here.
I'll do my best. Let's one thing at a time, yes? Do you still want me to contact anyone else? Send people? Helpful?
Send
intelligent
Tony, get Bash to call me back, please.
Okay.
Thank you. You're the best. I miss you.
Nice. I miss you too. Sorry, very confused by the whole situation.
Yeah, I know. This is kind of my daily life now.
That's weird. That's not what I thought university would be.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I'm just here learning to take over a company.
Is that really what you want to do?
Do either of us get a choice?
I'm making my own way now.
I'm proud of
What
you.
they say.
I guess it's easier when you're away.
You need to enroll over here. Oh,
Yeah.
I wish my mom sent you to keep an eye on me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well. We both know that wouldn't actually happen, but I wished it would.
I'll get to getting people, telling people things.
Thank you.
No
I know I
worries.
could rely on you.
Right. Bye, Maisie.
Hi. Who's
See you soon.
Tony?
See you soon.
Hang up the phone.
Well, that did not go how I wanted it to.
And on that note, we shall end up at the end of a long and arduous section of this journey. We have to just kill Cromwell. Obviously.
Purdy, I want you to know,
Mm.
the more characters you introduce from your backstory, the more of them I'm going to have murdered. Because I killed that bitch.
You're not going to kill Bash or Lucy.
He had better be dead.
I was about to say, you're saying you killed that bitch.
If
But
he's
it's
not
all
dead,
up to Alex if he's dead.
yeah. If he's not dead, I'm just going to keep trying to kill him.
No!
Right.
Eva's got plans!
And now
I'm gonna use-
I have 3 more names to add to my list. I have B, Bash, and Lucinda.
What the hell?
Beat Bash and Bucinda, right?
Why?
It's going to be an extremely awkward wave as we wave our way out of this one. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey, why do we need to wave when this isn't a video thing?
It's all about the thrill. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dicebreakers. Thank you to Dark Fantasy Studio and Nicolas Jeudy for the use of their music in the episode. And a big thanks to you for listening. If you'd prefer to watch us on video, so you can see our actions and reactions, consider subscribing to us on YouTube. Don't forget to come back next week to see what the characters get up to in the next part of this epic adventure. I'll see you then.